That's how we start the goddamn show. We're back, baby. I ain't seen you guys since. No, I'm not gonna say that corny ass joke. I'm not gonna say.
Well, I ain't seen you guys since like
2017.
Yeah, in person anyway. I watch you guys every week, but.
Thank you.
No, he backtracked on that one. He's like, I haven't seen you since 2017, but I do watch you.
I do see you online every once in a while when I'm not bored. Welcome back, people. It's the first show of the year, 2019. We made it through this motherfucker.
Yeah,
I made it through by this much. The skin of my teeth. It was that much. It was gonna be this much. I don't know if you can see that. But I made it through this much, okay?
That's some big ass teeth.
Some
big ass teeth.
It's me, the motherfucking dragon. I'm not going to be announcing my name that much coming into the future.
Lies.
Oh, you're right. I'm not conceding. The motherfucking dragon's back. Matt is in the building across from me.
As always, Gentleman Jack. Yes, my New Year's resolution was to drink more. Gentleman Jack.
Did you accomplish your New Year's resolution?
No. I don't drink.
And next, to my left, our guest this evening. Well, this morning.
Your boy.
Some part of the world.
Killakwabo.
Killakwabo's in the building. If you don't know Killakwabo, he's also one of our greatest friends with Exes. And he's how we got partnered up with them. He's also been on the show before 2017. Like you said,
pretty much been watching the show since like you guys started and everything like that, and been like, well, I love the podcast. Like I love the free form, everything. What you guys talk about, y'all talk about shit.
We just talk about shit.
Yeah. Like, I like it.
Certain people don't like the things we say, or certain people do like the
Fuck
things
it.
we don't care.
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to none of that. The show's all about us doing whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah.
And learning stuff.
I would read the comments, but I'm a little illiterate.
Right. I hear you. I'm just don't got the patience.
Yeah.
I just don't. I'll be like, oh, someone commented, and cat.
You're a cat video guy, huh?
You know what? What would I know? I'm more of a some animal rips off some animal body part guy.
Oh yeah.
On
That's how we like. I remember I saw one video where like a tiger like ripped off, like killed like some dude, and like he had jumped in, some Chinese dude jumped in a tiger pen.
Oh, I seen that.
And they mauled him to death, something like
his
that.
ass and pulled him into the woods and shit.
Yeah. Oh,
that's what he get.
Crazy.
I mean, it's fucked up. That's what he get.
You know what it was?
No. I heard this story I remember that was in his last year, and I think he wanted to commit suicide.
Wow.
He was trying
so mauled by tigers.
That's so weird when people build on this big spectacle to commit suicide. I get it. I mean, it's like your last attempt of help me. But
all right. Now here's
in
the
front
question.
of a tiger.
Here's the thing, though. If you had to go out, how would you go out? If you can choose.
Damn. In battle.
You see, in battle, like worldwide spectacle, you would go out in battle.
Gladiator style. Gladiator style. Me versus another man, and he gotta be like, I'm not. This sounds fucked up. It sounds stupid, but yeah, I want like a 300-pound dude who just ripped out of his fucking mind. He's holding a spear and a giant ass helmet, and he's like ready to fight me. I'm in the Coliseum while everybody's watching, and I got like one little ass sword, and I'm like, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna stab this motherfucker if I die. So,
all right. So, what about you?
Damn, that's a real good question.
See, like talking about jumping into a pen with a tiger. Like, what would you do if you
decide
to go? If you decide to go, how would you go?
I'd probably be like in Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man, the way Peter Parker died. He had the whole issue where he had died, where he was like had to like save everybody's life. He had fought the Punisher the same day. Then the Green Goblin came in, just fought him. He went all out, and he just like saved everybody. And I passed away.
So you want this big ass thing where everyone watched you save people? You want to die a hero?
Yeah, die a hero.
Now here's
so
the worst
like you're like move the school bus type of guy.
Yeah.
All right, now this is the type of thing though. Let's think about it, right? We're just gonna roll this off. Like him, the way he's saying with the gladiator style, he's gonna be a one-on-one combat, right? You want to basically go through the Mortal Kombat ladder. You want to go all the way across.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
What if you lose on the first battle?
Wait.
How would that feel? You're like, yeah, I'm gonna go out like a winner.
It's so weird when the hero dies before they could be a hero. they end up like
right.
like,
But that's if you're
like,
gonna go out. You're not gonna know when you're gonna go. Are you gonna go out stage 1? You're gonna go out final boss. Are you gonna beat the final boss then croak at the end?
But you never hear about the guy that tried to help somebody and then died.
Yeah,
You always hear about the guy that succeeded and then maybe he died, or the guy who I'm glad it didn't happen. Like the guy who was in Paris, the African guy who climbed the building.
Yeah.
And saved the kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what would have happened if he would have felt?
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
I mean, that fucking
Probably would have been 2 people died.
Right?
Yo, it's so weird.
See, that would suck. That I wouldn't want to do a Mortal Kombat ladder.
So how would you
Like if I had this is how it's gonna go down. I thought about this. I already got this. It's gonna definitely go down.
whole scenario?
During
right?
his morbid time of his life, he thought about how he's gonna die. Probably.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. Went for a walk. I'm like, you know what? If I ended it today, how would it happen?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I don't know.
I think that's the best
You
thing. Though.
you thought I was gonna come up with the whole level scheme.
I was really sitting here like,
I
what's he
think the
gonna
best
say?
thing is to not know, like, not to think about it like that, because, like, what if the situation actually appeared? Like, say if you're like, oh, I'm scared to get hit by a car. You're always gonna be scared to get hit by a car. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like I want to die.
Some people are gonna trap themselves in the house, and then little they know, car
Right.
flying into their house.
Exactly.
But no, honestly speaking, if I had to, I would probably go into a tiger pen, try to fight off the tiger.
I'm not mad at you.
Yeah, I'm not mad at you.
You're going
I'm not mad
against
at you. I'm not mad
you're
at
going
you.
against another human, so you have a chance.
No,
I want to
I'm-
go completely like Baki style and go against
I
animals,
want
bro.
to have a slim chance. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm already hurt. They fucked me up already. And I'm in there with a little ass sword, and he got this giant spear that he gonna throw across the room.
And what happens if he's just big but can't maneuver, and you just
Oh, then he
there,
done fucked up.
there you go. Then
And
you don't die.
guess what? I am now.
I hope they
This
release
is now
I hope release
Highlander,
things.
and I got the power.
I hope
I'm gonna
they
raise my little sword in the air, and I'm be like, "I."
They're gonna release tigers on you afterwards.
They probably will.
Yeah.
And then
Definitely
we
lying.
both go tigers or
Definitely
lions.
lying. Then I'm like, "Ah, yes, I killed them." I'm be like, all hurt. Like, yeah, you're gonna let me go? Release the lions.
Yeah, right.
Fuck, man, they got me.
No, you know how? No, actually thinking about it, you know how I would want to go? I would want to go when they revive the saber-toothed tiger again. Because they want to do that. And they have.
They're trying to do that for real?
I know they're doing that with the mammoth.
Uh-huh.
So now if they do that with the saber-toothed tiger, if they can find genetics for it and they can do it, I want to be in that
No,
lab.
they
I
have-
want to be in that lab when it's like born and just like.
They have the DNA for it, but it's something else. They can't really clone animals.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? They can't really like bring back a species that expired, because then you would have to. What they did is like they took DNA, and then they had to take that DNA and then put it into a close relative of that animal, and then through multiple tries of impregnation of this animal and putting into this DNA, they might get one that is similar to that, but most likely the last one they had was the lungs was. No, they tried a bird, extinct bird, and then the lungs was undeveloped, so it lasted for a few seconds.
Oh,
Check this out,
So
though.
it
Check this
never-
out, though.
Crazy.
You're forgetting about CRISPR.
Well, CRISPR.
Now,
I'm hoping
if
CRISPR
they bring
is
CRISPR
splicing humans. Do you understand me?
Yeah, but that's the thing. They can do that with animals as well. So if they bring CRISPR, which is they literally can input any DNA they want.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So with that, what they can do is get a tiger, like Siberian tiger, and make it closer to a saber tooth as the roads go on. So it'll be 2 generations. That's all it'll take. From there, they can now breed the saber-toothed tiger.
Well, that depends. I think it's more. I think we're way too stupid to really understand what.
Well,
it takes
remember, ligers.
genetics and DNA to really form a thing.
You have to remember, a liger was never used when they bred it. It was never able to reproduce.
Yeah,
and eventually,
it's sterile.
in 3 generations, now ligers are able to reproduce.
Oh, really?
And there's what they do
But
is
they still got a slim chance.
they have a what's it called? I think it's a liger, which is they breed the liger and then breed it with a tiger.
Oh, I heard about
and they
it.
bring
okay.
that. So that you know what? I'd fight that.
You fight the,
I'd
you
fight
fight the
that.
Tiger.
Yep.
Tiger.
That
Tiger?
sounds like an ancient Pokemon.
It does.
Right?
And that, you're gonna try to fight it, and it's gonna shoot stars at you and shit.
No,
Tiger.
bro. You know what's gonna go?
Quick attack.
I'm complete stone like Ash, and then all the other animals are gonna cry for me and come back.
What was that? That was Pokemon 1, right?
Yeah,
that was
hilarious.
the first movie.
How do we remember this shit?
Because that shit was the most impactful thing of our
Word.
childhood. Because we didn't think Ash was gonna die like
That
that.
was the first time you saw Charizard cry.
Yeah.
Pikachu cried. So.
Mhm.
And
Nah,
that was
Pikachu
dope.
was
Nah,
awesome.
once Pikachu tears went all glittery, I was like,
Yeah, but
y'all
Charizard
trying to get me?
Charizard always hated Ash, and then he cried for him.
Yeah,
like, that's
true.
where it's at.
That's true.
Think about it. You know what? It was like your conversation with Therapy Without a Degree, right? Ash was a stepfather to Charmander.
Shout out to Therapy Without the Great.
You remember?
Ash was the stepfather to Charmander.
Yeah, Charmander's original
Are we
owner
really
didn't want
talking
him.
about Pokemon?
Yeah, he got the Pokemon
Yeah, I
shirt
did got
going
the
on,
shirt on
right?
too.
Boom.
Yeah.
Gotta keep it right. You see?
Okay.
So you might as well talk about Pokemon for a
Got the
little
whole-
bit.
You got the Pokemon shirt.
And it's funny too, because when I was driving
Yeah,
up here,
you really-
I was driving past a toll,
I'm not talking.
and I
about
seen
Pokemon.
I seen like a lady, like old lady, white lady, had like a Pokemon lanyard, and I was
ain't
like,
mad
oh,
at her for that.
I was like, oh, I like your lanyard. And she was like, well, yeah, you know, this is my favorite Pokemon. I'm like, she really sitting here talking about
Yo,
Pokemon
you'd be
right now?
surprised how many people are into like things like that now, like
Yeah.
older women. I seen this 6-year-old lady rocking the Yu-Gi-Oh puzzle drones. I was just like, what? You're 6?
Talking about Yu-Gi-Oh, this kind of reminded me when I first saw your name. I don't know why. First thing I thought was like Killakwabo. I was like, what the fuck?
Karibo?
Yeah. He got the hair for it too and everything.
You kind of do resemble a Karibo.
Yeah, I never heard that before.
Well, anyway, guys, I can't believe we started. Thanks for everyone who was supporting us last year. We just doing bigger and better things. Killakwabo here to talk about his everything.
Yeah. This past weekend has been. I guess I'll talk about this past weekend. I was actually in Baltimore recently, and I'm in this group out in Charlotte. We teach people how to create extra streams of income and everything like that. So we just listen to different motivational speakers and just get us encouraged for this year, starting off and everything like that, and just learning how to, make money and how to create our own business and whatnot.
My partner over here hates motivational speakers.
Oh yeah.
Very much so.
Well, why so?
Well,
I love
they
them, but he
literally
hates them.
okay. This is how it is. Motivational speakers pander to those without motivation. Right now, if you want to be a motivational speaker, what happens is they're like, "Oh, here's a snippet. Come by
Right.
for the next motivation speaker, and you have to pay for that again."
Right.
In all reality, one's motivation should be themselves. The moment you're
Yeah.
tired of yourself or you're tired of where you are in that particular moment, move.
Right.
You could take a step, you could take 5 steps, you could take a mile.
Yeah.
Depends how far you
What
go.
do you do to the guy that, or the person, let's say the guy, or the or whatever they want to be classified as, what do you do when they don't have any motivation? I get it. Sometimes you look at your bank account and you're like, well, that's low. My life sucks. You look at your situation, your surroundings, and you just, sometimes people just need someone to kind of kick that fire up. Like, maybe I can't.
With that, you're not going to get it from someone else.
But it's always been motivation.
But it's always like good to have like someone you can relate with that's going through the same struggle, and you'd be like, okay, if this person can do it. He tell me his story.
But also remember, people. Another reason why I'm not a fan of most motivational speakers because they don't get to the root of something.
You don't
They
like
feed
Gary
something
Vee
that they
dogs?
want you to say, like, "Oh, this is interesting to me," so it'll
Right.
grab you
Right.
for a bit.
Right.
After that, what happens is people will go back to what they're used to.
I mean,
They have that toxic mentality for that.
But what is doesn't that counts on that person? I'm
That's
sorry to
true.
cut you
That's
off.
fine.
That counts on that person themselves, right? Because if the person is an unmotivated person and they don't know how to capitalize on that feeling of motivation at that moment, it's their fault if they go back into the drowning in the pool of sorrows.
exactly.
See, this is with that. It's a double-edged sword in the sense with these kind of people. You're trying to motivate them, like even with me. Like, I'm not a motivational speaker, but I'll tell you, hey, this is my story. This is how it went down.
Right.
Some people are like, oh, I have a similar thing. I'm like, all right, this is what I did to get out. So let's get out.
Right.
Why are they 5-10 years later still in the same spot?
What do you feel about that?
I'm like, you guys are literally. I'm giving you the answer. I'm giving you the recipe to success,
And like,
and you're not taking it.
I mean, just like you said, it just depends on the person. Most people will take that in strides. Like, you know, we see like movie stars and stuff like that. Some of them, like, they started like in their car and stuff like that. But some people, they have like everything in the world, and they still won't take that next step just because they don't feel motivated.
Okay.
And
But
some people,
but those are the people that the motivational speakers pander to.
But okay,
Not always,
so what if you're
not
talking
always.
to an individual who's been kicked down most of their life? They need something. You can't say like it doesn't work because
But what
does
happens,
encourage people as
unfortunately,
well.
with the people who are constantly kicked down, until they're ready to take that step forward, which is once again in themselves, they won't.
but a lot of times taking that step forward comes from these kind of speeches, or comes from that someone igniting that type of feeling in you at that moment. That
All right,
makes
so
you
let me
wanna
ask
get up
you:
off your
when
ass
you
and
were
do
kicked
something.
down so much, what made you take that first step?
My kids.
It was your kids. It was
Yeah.
not a motivational.
But I
speaker.
did use certain.
You had a drastic change in your life and did not want to bring these kids to see things that you had to see.
But what happened is, the times when I did lose some motivation, and I felt like I was just too run down and tired, I did sometimes use people like Gary Vee or CT, like I was explaining, or you know, some of these who's a good one, David Goggins.
Okay.
You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I use those type of guys. I like, or even Rogan. I like to be the hero of your own story. I love that motivation speak. But like it's not sometimes you do need you do need someone or some outside source to give you that fire if you're not capable of
So I
moving.
can understand rekindling the motivation. Yes, that I can agree with.
Okay.
But I don't need to go to all these other motivational speakers for it. What I want to see is a success story.
Right.
So you give me a success story within myself. I'm like, all right.
man.
Now, with normal motivational speakers, I don't want to say the outliers that you're saying.
Right.
The normal motivational speakers, they will give you literally everything you've already heard.
Right.
They're like, oh, this is how I was. This is how I was in my life. This is how many times are you gonna hear you were poor, you were you lived in the car?
I understand with him now.
I'm like,
No, you just gotta. Honestly, it's just more like you have to differentiate because there are people who are out there who are not. You know, it's just, that's with everything, not just with motivational speakers. It's with everything. People out there that use certain system and they'll just fuck it up for everybody.
Right.
So you just got to differentiate from the right ones. But like a lot of the times, motivational speakers are good just to keep you going. Because there's be times where if you just get down, you can be motivated and be like, yeah, I'm gonna go, and then you fail sometimes, and then you be like, man, I don't know if I'm feeling this. Listen to somebody, and then you might get back up and keep moving.
You can't say that you don't feel nothing when you hear David Goggins or Jocko Wilkos talk to you. And them two, Mr. Seal, like, I need, of course, like you said, was very true. You need someone who got results.
Honestly speaking, the person who moved me the most would be Rogan.
Right.
CT because of his heart surgery, and now he's pushing further.
Right.
And people who told me I couldn't do something.
Well,
those are my three biggest motivations. The moment someone tells me, hey, you suck, you're not going to do this, I'm like, all right, I'm getting on my damn bike and I'm pedaling as hard as I can.
But
my guidance counselor told me I wasn't going to amount to anything. A guidance counselor in high school, is she not supposed to guidance you through life and say, hey, this is what you have to do? A lot of guidance
counselors need to go back to fucking something.
So my thing is,
they need to do something with their life.
4 years after graduating, I started making more money than her.
Yeah.
Wait,
So I'm like, what are you doing?
Who decided that it will be a good idea to put those people in a position to tell you if you're going to be good or not? I don't.
A piece of paper.
Who guided her who guided her or him to that fucking office? You know what I mean? Guidance counselor seems like you failed at something.
Yeah, you feel that as emotional, a motivational speaker. That's what it is.
But it is something to that.
Think about it. Every motivational speaker, you can do it. You can try harder. You can dig a little deeper.
Come on.
You got this. What does a guidance counselor say to you? Oh, you have to improve in this class. You have to try a little harder, read a little more, and focus on that a little more.
I remember my guidance
literally
counselor,
the same thing.
I told her, I was like, yo, give me an experience where you had to push past adversity no matter how everyone else looked at you, right? And she couldn't really answer that. I was like, so how the fuck are you gonna guide me to do anything? I mean, you haven't really experienced anything your damn self. Oh, guidance me. Oh, guidance y'all.
Honestly speaking, I've had more guidance from a high school dropout than my guidance counselors.
Facts.
Like people who I've talked, like homeless people I've talked to, they've given me stories like, hey, this is where I messed up. This is where I put myself.
Right.
But they're like,
Homeless
they
people
can get out of there. They know they can.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is they're afraid to fail. And that's why another reason why I don't like motivational speakers is because they feed these people, but the people are still afraid to fail.
And like at the end of the day, it just, like I said, it's all depends on the person. Like all the motivational speakers in the world can't get like you said, let's say they can't get you to move, but you were motivated by people that were, talking shit behind you, whatever.
Yeah.
But some people, they might not get motivated. They might get down off of that. So they might need positive reinforcement from like the people that, motivational speaker or whatnot.
I mean, everything has its place, right?
Mm-hmm. And then at the same time, like you said, it just depends on the person. So it doesn't matter if the guy is really good or whatnot. If you got millions of people, if that one person doesn't have that spark to break away from that fear, he's not going anywhere.
Correct.
Oh man.
So that's the thing. Like if you can get people to stop being afraid, then you got something.
Yeah.
Well, that again. You can't really do that. I mean, like you don't know what the person's been through their whole life.
Yeah.
You don't know if they came from an abusive household or they've been. You don't know. You don't know, and that's when people like motivational speakers come in. But at the same time, there are a lot of bullshitters. There are a lot of bullshitters. A lot of people who think they could just charge like $100, $200 seat and just to tell you stuff that you already know.
Okay, let me fix up with the motivational speaker. I hate stadium motivational speakers. People who filled up theaters and stadiums.
But how do you think
you give me somebody who will talk to 6, 7 people, 10 people, and that as a motivational speaker, cool. Now you're getting down and dirty with them.
Right.
Like
That's
CT,
why I fucks with CT and Gary
CT
Vee for
will
that.
answer your DMs. Joe Rogan, if he ever gets a chance, if you ever go see him in person,
Gary
I
Vee will
met
stop
him.
in the street and holler at you.
Yeah.
Like so you'll talk. What's his name? The Gary what?
Gary Vee.
Yeah, Gary Vee. You talk to him, he'll tell you right away. Like, hey, this is it. This is what you have to do. This is why I curse. This is why I like. Stop pandering to everybody else. Right. You don't need anybody else but yourself. Like, you know how many people I lost because I wanted to do something in my life and they didn't approve of it. I'm like, you know what? I got it.
Factories. Well, again, it depends on the person's background. You know, I mean, we might feel some type of way, but someone like someone probably helps somebody, right? And that's all that matters, right? If they're getting some type of help.
Yeah, at the end of the day, yeah.
Because we know guidance counselors suck. So if someone got to scream at a mic at me, then whatever. If that kicks the fire up. I do sometimes like those pre-workout motivational speeches. I know they're dumb, but it comes from like a place where sports, when you usually had the coach in the background, talking to the people, like talking to his team or whatever. Sometimes right before I might hear the pre-workout speech, they were like, "You about to fuck this shit?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I'm about to."
Let's go.
But you got to know how to. Well, Jack is right though. You do have to get to a point where you need to learn how to
you got to
pump yourself up,
because they're not gonna. And it doesn't matter what you do, motivational speaker. Even if you guys doing this podcast, y'all weren't gonna get it handed to you. Y'all had to do this. So it's that with everybody, with everything actually. So, but I get your reason why you don't like motivational speakers.
But like once again, that's a personal thing for me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's just when you dissect everything, it's always the same.
Yeah.
That's the only problem.
Yeah, I feel you.
But other than that, yeah. What?
You dissect it. And
yeah, always. Always. I always have to.
Yeah. What else is going on over there at that meeting?
That's pretty much it. We're just talking about to meet up with friends. We pretty much talk like a family reunion, get to meet up with everybody from across the country and whatnot.
Oh, so it's like
but
you get to meet the other people as part of your team.
But I guess if anything else happened, actually one of our mentors, one of the big mentors, I'm gonna say R.I.P. to Dexter Yeager. He just passed away recently, and it was one of our main mentors, especially for my team and their family and everything like that. So he just passed away recently, which is sad but happy, because it's kind of like he was kind of like the Stan Lee in our business, because he was old. He knew he was gonna pass away, but it was kind of like, man, passed away. Damn.
Right, so
yeah.
Oh yeah, you're like, wow. No, Stanley's effect was different. Okay.
No, man, I'm not saying like it's. I'm just.
I still
just
don't
like
believe
that.
Stanley's dead. Honestly.
Hey, you might not. Hey,
I might be in full denial.
he's a comic book writer. You know they always come back.
Hell, he's gonna pop up in a new issue or something, and I'm like, I knew it.
He come back in the next Avengers movie.
He gonna get his own comic book. He's gonna pop up. And
I wouldn't
like
be surprised if he wrote it.
I'd be like, you know what? I'm not mad. Oh yeah, it just drops. That would be the best setup.
You know, be crazy.
What?
He dropped a chapter every anniversary of his death.
Oh,
that'd be nice.
Man.
Hey, if that happens, we want royalties. I came here first. You understand me? Like I'm talking about.
But yo, how about this R. Kelly shit? I know y'all haven't had a chance to talk about this.
I mean, we haven't had a chance to say no because we took a break last week.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's why I brought it up right now.
Okay, so you want to talk about R. Kelly?
Real quick. I know everybody's been talking about it. Everybody's been on that shit real quick. But I want to hear y'all perspective on it. And since I'm on the show, I want to talk about it with y'all too.
Okay. You want to start it?
I'll let the same color as him talk first. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm the outsider. Go ahead.
Trying to say,
yeah, everyone,
I like young women?
I'm just saying.
Right now?
Everyone your complexion so far that I've seen on Facebook has defended him. So go ahead.
I never defended R.
I didn't say you have.
No, okay. Here's the thing. Okay. Yeah. Kelly, bad person. It is what it is, right? Bad person.
Yeah.
Everybody know he bad person. Everybody supports bad person. Whose fault is it? Everybody's fault. All right. Am I gonna stop listening to Bump Grind? No, I'm not gonna stop listening to Bump Grind because Bump Grind came out before I knew R. Kelly was a bad person. Okay, now
that's a good point.
Am I gonna stop dancing? Am I gonna stop stepping in the name of love? Because I'm really good stepping in the name of love. If it pops up later on this year, I might step in the name of love. I'm not gonna sit here in front with you. Do I think R. Kelly gets a pass? No, he gets no pass. He never got a pass for me. All right, okay. Be honest with you. He never got a pass.
Yeah, he never.
Anybody
got a pass for me
defending him is they're just holding on to childhood memories. They're trying to hold on to their past, and they need to go. And if there was their kids or something, then it'll be a different story.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying. But because people are kind of like, they're trying to hold on to, you know what? We have to be able to separate his music from the person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, great musician.
Would you, by saying that, would you support Adolf Hitler's art?
No. Well,
but have you seen
Adolf
Hitler's art?
Have I seen Hitler's art? No.
I'm willing to bet you've seen paintings of his art and you're like, wow, it's phenomenal.
Probably and then
did. When you find out it's Hitler, you're like, I fuck that shit.
Well, yeah, most likely, yes.
Right.
I wouldn't.
Now, I don't want to compare because it's a genocide compared to what he did.
That's
It's a giant difference.
Yeah, yeah.
But you're saying we can't separate.
But at the same time, I grew up on this type of art. I didn't grow up on that type of art. You know what I'm saying? I didn't grow up seeing Hitler's artwork in a fucking museum, and I'm like emotionally attached to it because of some past event or whatever.
By the way, Hitler, great motivational speaker.
I believe. Yeah,
you see,
what you know, Hitler was a.
Yeah, you got a point.
Hitler was a motivational speaker, but at the same. But at the same time, I did grow up with Kelly's music, and just to be like, oh no, I'm going to forget all his music that I ever heard in the last 30-something years. No, that's impossible. That's impossible.
Yeah, I definitely don't like the. Sorry for cutting you off, but I definitely don't like the whole fake rage about it. I feel like because everybody's been knowing he's been doing this for years. Yeah. Like the whole sex slave, I heard this last year.
Yeah, he had a cult.
Yeah,
the sex
all that.
Cult.
So all that. So now everybody coming out
like. That's where we got the idea from.
That's where we got the idea from. We got the idea of the cult thing from R. Kelly having the sex cult.
Yeah,
and we was like, we need a goddamn counterpart.
So it's like everybody's like, oh, I don't want to listen to R. Kelly's music, and I was like, no, y'all knew about this. So yeah, now because now they putting it out there, Hollywood is telling y'all, oh, y'all be mad.
You know what it is though? What kind of hurts me in this sense is because there's a time, I forgot what performance it was, but R. Kelly's on stage running around with a giant "you have to be 18" sign. So I'm like, you broke your own rule. You can't be doing that.
Yeah,
you gotta be 18, bro.
You're right.
You broke that.
Did do that. Well, again,
but
R. Kelly.
Would I stop listening to World Greatest? No. But if I decide to go on YouTube and listen to the world's rapist, yeah, I will. Or statutory rapist, yeah, I will.
It's not. I mean, it's terrible. He bad person. He's a bad person. And
bad person.
And worst part about it is that everybody knew he's a bad person.
Mm-hmm.
They still supported him.
Exactly.
Now,
you know,
now all this, but when the women came out against him or this show, who did him dirty? That show did him dirty, yo. It's hilarious. But they needed to bring some stuff to light. And also, what happened with that woman in the ponytail thing? You seen that part of the show?
Mm-mm.
She changed. Like, she had no ponytail. Then all of a sudden they came back and she had a ponytail. And I was like, fuck.
A weave?
Yeah, it was like, but she like, you just snapped it in between takes. Like, what was that about?
Remember, they also will record different times.
Yeah.
Different,
she would look like she was wearing the same clothes to me, but I guess maybe.
Well, you know, from us watching Tough, the Ultimate Fighter, like, everything's post-recorded.
Yeah, but they locked her in a room.
But
with other people and was like, "Oh, this is your clothes." I think she could have changed her clothes and put the fucking ponytail in when they asked her to. Not
don't forget the ponytail this time.
In between
right.
takes. I seriously think she did that shit in between takes, yo. It looked crazy. Like, she came back and I was like, "We speaking to the same lady?" Oh, it is.
But you know, you've seen movies when they're retaking some things, and then the person on the right is now on the left, and everything's all
you don't get passes for like that for movies like that no
why.
more. Like, that used to be. That was like 90s. All of a sudden, you see.
When did this happen? Though? This is all 90s. It's recorded recently. It's just bringing it back to you from the 90s.
No, I don't need that. I don't need none of that. But yeah, I don't know, the whole R. Kelly thing. Real feelings about it. I do not support him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, when I'm saying, I'm not going to be like, if I heard his music pop on the radio and it's something that holds some type of memory to me, I'm not going to say I'm not going to listen to it.
Yeah.
You know what I will say, though?
But
if he dropped an album right now, it'd be the hottest.
You know, he is dropping the album.
Do you know his
his
Spotify and Apple sales went up after the fucking video?
Mm-hmm.
What type of weirdos is getting turned on after the fucking pedophile thing?
Hold on. Do you remember what state this happened in, by any chance?
I think it was. It was in his place in Chicago, wasn't it?
And how old was she again? 15, 14?
I think she was 16, 17.
No, I think she was younger than that.
No, I think Aaliyah was the youngest, wasn't it?
Yeah, Aaliyah was the youngest.
Oh, known youngest.
Yeah.
Known. No, I don't know shit. I don't know shit. It's just like the Michael Jackson thing. Listen, weird. Not gonna front. Love Michael. Grew up on him.
Oh, yeah.
Used to do his dance.
I still listen to his music
all the time. Still listen to his music. Let my son hang out?
Yeah,
no,
fuck it.
No, I will not let my son hang out at his house. I just want to bring him to Neverland Ranch.
No, you can't. Never, ever. You ain't going to bring him there.
No.
All right, so
I hang out with you all day. I hang out with you, Michael. But, you know, as long as there's no kids around.
Exactly.
But you know, my son, he's spending the night. Where you sleeping? In the bed with him?
It's like, hold up, no.
I mean, I like your moonwalk. I don't like you that much.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm saying, like, it's not rocket science, right?
All right, so, which one is it? No, the girl from the video was 14 years old.
Damn.
Right? Now, the thing is, in Chicago, the age of consent is 17. And people try to bring to light about what Drake did a couple years ago as well.
Yeah.
Age of consent in Colorado is 17. So, technically speaking, he did nothing illegal.
Right.
Age of
consent in New Jersey is 16. And I think in Virginia, I want to say is 14.
It is 14.
Really?
Yeah,
Virginia?
Yeah,
of course it is. You ever been deep South Virginia?
Yeah,
I know.
You're right.
You know what I mean? No offense to my Virginia people. But y'all know. Y'all got some.
God damn.
Y'all got some
hold
people.
on. But a federal law is the age of 12 as the minimum age of consent.
I can't hear that, yo. I'll shoot everybody.
Man, that's crazy.
I'll just come outside.
Man. I can't even think about dating girls. I can't even take out to a bar. If I can't take her out to the bar, I can't even do that. It's
that's
like even if
I
feel like even if she's 20, she's too young for me.
Can you buy a drink?
Yeah,
like, what are
I
you
can't
doing?
even. Yeah, that's too weird.
You can't buy a drink. That means you probably not old enough to ride this stallion, okay?
Yeah.
Honestly.
So, but motherfuckers like they want to use that like, oh, it's 12. I'm like, what?
And who want immature?
Wait, hold on. In the United States of America, no,
gross.
but in North America, yes. North America allows as young as 12. but that doesn't include the United States, since North America is also Mexico.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, but in the state of New Jersey, it's 16 years old, and actually a majority of the states is 16 years old.
Listen, any dude that want to try to date my daughter that's 12, just know you already signed your life away because I'm coming to kill you. It's not even gonna be a question. And like it's all. The only question is gonna be is who's helping me bury this body. That's really it because I'm gonna kill you.
Don't bury it. That's the
Call the
worst.
police, right?
Hey, we know we talking about. I gotta say bury on anyway. Okay, I can't say bury. I can't tell you the real plan. All right, but yeah, chop your ass up, honestly. Sorry, we got in some dark places this early in the goddamn morning. We talking about R. Kelly's and Michael Jackson's,
But
Pokemon, fucking whatever.
But shit, how was y'all New Year's though?
My New Year's was pretty okay. It was
I
alright.
slept.
Mm-hmm.
You slept through it? You know? I wanted to, but all of a sudden people start showing up at my house. And I was like, what the fuck going on? So I ended up hanging out till like 3 a.m. on New Year's. And then I was like, all right, I'm going to bed.
No, I worked the next day after New Year's. So I was like, let me not get too wild. New Year's Eve and New Year's. Plus, I worked the New Year's Eve. So I was like, yeah, I'm tired from work.
I worked New Year's Eve too. Yeah. I was at the office all day.
It sucks.
Yeah, it sucked.
Yeah, New Year's is like one of those days. It was like where it's like a holiday, but it's like not because it's like it's go to the New Year and everything like that. But everybody's like, oh, we can still work and still all do. Because I remember I used to work at nights, and I used to spend my New Year's just working at night, just working at the store or whatever. I'm like, oh, happy New Year! All right, back to work.
Right.
So it's not like Christmas.
To be honest,
and all
like
that.
I don't celebrate it unless it's on a Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm screwed.
Well, it was on a Saturday.
No, this year.
Yeah, wasn't it on
It was
Saturday?
on Tuesday.
No.
Oh,
Still
what?
Tuesday.
Yeah, because I went to work
Tuesday,
on
yeah.
that Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I was off that Tuesday.
That's why. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck it. If it's not on weekend, I'm not doing nothing special.
Yeah.
I think I worked intentionally on Tuesday, on Monday, so I didn't have to come in on Tuesday. Because I knew just in case I was drinking, I wasn't going to be working.
Mm.
Last night I got drunk. It was not good looking. It was not good looking. I think I had storied it for a little bit. We was playing Uno and shit, and then we play like Uno at my house, and we do drinking games out of it.
Yeah.
So we'll have like, there's like Uno where you can write your own things on and shit like that. So we have like, you take a shot, everybody take a shot, this person take a shot. And by the time I'm in like 8th shot, I'm like, yeah, I am fucking drunk right now. But I never been to the point where blacked out drunk. I never ever. I don't know how to get there.
Let's hang out.
It happened to me one time.
No,
I got
Jack.
you, Matt.
I'm not hanging out with you. I started smoking weed because of that. I'm not hanging out with you anymore. It's bad enough.
Acid. What else?
Pretty much.
The fun stuff.
Fun stuff,
You
though.
see? So
you know what? It's not that bad. But I'm not getting drunk. I don't want to experience blacked out drunk, and
You
not
don't
sure what
experience
happened.
it. You
That's
survive it.
That's just, yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
I'm psycho.
You're a survivor.
Okay,
Are
that's
you?
very true. Very
So
true.
exactly.
But
And
psycho,
it depends how you feel in
don't-
that time too.
I don't want to like inner demons to pop out while I'm drunk. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm not there to control that demon. And all of a sudden you be like, yo, Matt, you okay? I'm like, yo, what happened, Jack? You need to get the fuck out your house because the cops are coming. I'm like, yeah. What I do?
Run now.
You know, that's the thing though. Like I kind of want to get him blacked out drunk and he's just say that,
Just
even though
to
it's
fuck
not
with
true. he probably pass out and not even remember. And I'm like, yo, you get go.
Worst thing I did was like probably pissed on myself, and he was just like, yo, listen, they coming for you. What the fuck?
So what? Get out of here now.
I'd be so confused picking up my shit. Oh.
And we black. We don't ask no questions. We just go. We gotta go. We gotta go. Let's get out of
Let's see,
here.
like, yo, man, they coming. I'd have been already stepping. Or you would have heard in the background.
Yeah, right. be like Batman. Matt, hello, Matt.
Fuck, nah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to get drunk. I don't want to get that drunk. Yeah,
But no, it is when you have that type of experience, it is kind of crazy. Like I had that one time, and I never do that.
Been blacked
again.
out drunk before.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, like I kind of like it, especially if it's with friends, because of what you hear the next day, if they tell you, you're like I really did that. That's the fun part.
No, if I ever got that drunk, I need need all my friends to take my shit away from me.
No,
I'm on phone. I want that away from me. I want my car keys away from me. I want my pants away from me because that's gonna be a problem. I can feel it. I don't like wearing pants now. What do you think?
No, I remember one time I got super drunk that apparently I grabbed on some girl. Like I was literally grabbing her to the point where they had to like pull her off of me.
Wow.
And they didn't. Nobody told me till like 6 months later.
Oh, so you
That's how crazy.
When you drunk?
I guess. Yeah.
I'm about to call the Me Too movement.
Well, that's why I don't drink no more.
I call the asses up, yo. You better fuck around and say that shit online. They be like,
this was
I was the girl. They have like 7 girls hit us up and be like, I was the girl he's talking about. Can I come on your show?
Yeah.
No,
but me and the girl is cool. We cool now. We hashed it over. But yeah, we hashed it out. Yeah, she sure knew.
You was grinding up on her like that. You was holding on.
Bro, I don't even remember.
You was slow R. Kelly stroking.
Remember what happened?
You was like.
I think that's what it was.
You was in her ear like, I don't see nothing wrong. You know that? Just grinding.
Bro, I guess that's what it was, bro. Because they had to pull like her off of me and stuff, and I didn't even tell me till like 6 months later. I didn't even know when that. So I didn't even get apologized until the next New Year's. I saw her next New Year's. I was like, yo, I'm sorry for what happened last year. You know? She was like, yeah, that's all right. I was like,
yeah. She had a whole year to cope.
Yeah.
You was a bad person.
She said that's all right because she was scared.
She was scared. She was just like,
if he starts drinking,
she's like, if he starts drinking, I'm fucking leaving. You understand me? I'm not fucking staying. This man just said he got rapey when he got drunk.
Right?
That's terrible. You back.
But he was like, he can't remember. So
that's
someone told him.
That's why I don't drink no more.
Someone told him? I'm glad you admitted that now because just in case one day you might be Supreme Court Justice, this shit might come up.
Out of nowhere. Allegations years ago. So,
allegations about Killakwabo.
Yeah, right.
Just popped up. And he's definitely raping.
So you guys heard it here first on the Real Shit Talker.
Yeah, we already we squashing it down. He said sorry.
Just saying,
she okayed the apology.
Mm-hmm.
Unless she comes out and be like, no, I didn't. I'm like, oh.
I gotta say this though, if they come with the check, we might have to give them the rights to this video.
I love it. Hey, listen, I love you, man. I love you, man. But the check.
It depends. How many zeros?
How many zeros are we talking? How many zeros are we talking about?
It depends. If you get up there, but it'd be some.
I mean, like they be like, we'll give you $1,000 for checking. Hell no, I'm not giving you that 10,000. I mean, I still 100,000. I mean, here you go.
100?
So hold on, let me get the
I sold them for I sold them for short. I know. I'm broke right now. Here you go. Here you go. Here,
dude, I just called him. You didn't happen to give him the video, did you? It's like, nah, man.
They could just download it. Maybe they could just download
a court order.
Like YouTube's been gone for years. Where'd they come from?
I don't know. No, what, they stripped it off the audio? I thought I deleted that.
They said they got the master. What?
How did you get the master file?
You know the FBI.
You know they make that phone call. Things happen. I don't know. That'd be fucking.
What? That new car? Nah, that's an old car out there.
Oh, you mean that 2025 year? Car that I got outside, I got nothing to do with you.
You mean that Porsche? Nah.
Good luck in court. Oh, that's crazy, yo. You guys are stupid. So what? You doing anything special New Year's Day or no?
No, it was just with family. Had like a dinner. Made some. We smoked the pork shoulders. That was good.
Okay. I haven't had smoked pork shoulders before. I don't trust domestic pork anyway. Yeah, it freaks me out. Now, if you say, "Oh, we went and killed those nice little pig that was running out in the wilderness," get some of that shoulder. I'll take some of that. That's that dark meat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Ever seen a wild pig?
I have not.
Okay.
Boars. Oh, interesting fact. Pigs are the only ones that will go through a full metamorphosis when they're released as a full adult. So normally, you know, those cuddly pink pigs that you see and watch. No. So what happens is within 6 months of being released, they grow tusks. They grow fur. So they go to a complete different metamorphosis.
And then the second generation is always boars.
Ah, okay.
Them hogs.
That makes sense.
Plus, they're very smart too. So like they be able to smell you in certain areas for like days, weeks, or even months, and never return there.
It's so bad though because they're really destructive. Like they breed like almost like a rat's breed.
Yeah.
And,
Oh wow.
And they get really destructive. So in Texas, they gotta come through with helicopters and get them motherfuckers down.
For real?
And it'd be thousands of fucking wild boars dead, and they didn't even put a dent.
Yeah, the best part, well, the worst part is they don't even come back to get them.
In the
they don't just leave them there?
That's how
terrible.
bad they are.
Yeah, it's terrible. Though.
Oh my god!
I'd rather they just pick them up. And
yeah,
like,
I thought they at least picked them up and like
give it to
they're,
people who need it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're
like,
a pest.
Yeah,
like,
but they're
really?
pests.
Get rid of them. Yeah.
Hey, wow, that's crazy.
But if there's so much of them, and then we have such a homeless epidemic, why don't we just like give them away? Like when it comes out with stuff like that, when things become like a nuisance, and we have like these situations where like people are starving, why don't we just give it to them?
Yeah, just give it to them.
Like, hey, listen, we're just gonna hand you this pig on the thing.
You
Y'all figure out how to fucking this buckshot's in that one, so you figure out how to fucking. We got YouTube. They could get online,
right? Hey, every homeless people got phones nowadays, so they just
let me. What?
They got phones nowadays.
Man, pull out that phone. They turn that bitch on. Like, yeah, ma, I'm still here. I'm fine.
For real.
Yeah, yo. But they definitely should give away that meat. I think it's such a waste. Such a waste. You can see it on. They have YouTube videos of it too.
Ted Nugent.
Really?
Yeah.
And
14,
you would just see
16.
just a fucking stampede of them. And it's thousands of them, and they have to come through with the helicopter and just a few times.
Yeah.
And just
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool when you get a headshot on them and you see the head drop and they just front flip. Pretty nice. I spent hours watching.
I gotta check that. I had just seen this video on Instagram where somebody put like a pile of pigs in a pitfall or whatever, and just put like, I don't know if it was like lava or some fire or something like that. Just burned them all. It was like, wow. I was like, oh shit! Like seeing the pigs burn like that. It was
the
crazy.
worst ones are like the what's it thing farming Big Farmer. I hate those shits. Like when they have to like put the pig in the slaughterhouse and they fatten up this ugly ass thing till it doesn't even look recognizable. Shit can't even move on his legs anymore, and they gotta throw it into a grinder. That shit's hard to look at. Them shits are
problem is people want a lot of food.
I
for
know.
really cheap.
That's what I'm saying. They got all the fucking pigs out there. Just scoop their asses up, give them away.
You know what they should do? They should do it when they gun them down. Be like, here's a ticket. Go pick one up on the field. Here's a quad. Go pick one up on the field.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you got such amount of time. Anything else might die or get rotted. Go get it. You know, and here's the ticket. Here's the ticket. Y'all just go out there and go grab your.
You know how many times I'm upset driving down the highway and I see a dead deer there that was there for a week.
For like a week, yeah.
In my mind, I'm like, I wish I was there when someone just hit it. Yeah. I would stop. I would put that shit on my car.
Drag that bitch into the crib. And I will be cutting it up. My wife would be pissed off. She would be so pissed. I'll have plastic all down in the kitchen. She's like, no, you're not doing this here. Like, I ain't got no other place. I ain't got no other place to do this.
I watched so many videos.
Hell yeah.
I've had a squirrel. Squirrel's not bad.
Really?
You have to cook it properly, but yeah, it's not bad. It's like rabbit.
Well, anything that gamey, right?
Yeah, what happens is first time we did it, we fried it. It was not good. We had it at the proper temperature, but it was still too chewy.
Fucking squirrel.
Make a stew out of it.
You know, I can't talk shit. I had a ground, what are they called? Those big ass ground rodents. Fat ass rats.
The big. It starts with the C or some shit, right?
Yeah. Why is it?
They're big in Texas too, or places that do a lot of farming. They end up coming and killing all the crops and stuff because they eat so much. But yeah, they get like this fat.
Yeah.
This guy he made it for us. I think it was when I was traveling in
Capybara, something like that.
Yes. They used the dogs to catch them too. Yeah. They used the hound dogs. Hound dogs. They're breeded just to catch them. They'll fuck them.
For real? Damn, that's crazy.
Slap them up and shit. And then, but it was how he made it. He did it like in how he did this. He did like a slow cooker, and it was actually good. Yeah,
you know
he did it was really good.
Another thing is being Peruvian, we eat
dirt.
Basically, no, we eat guinea pig, right? Okay. So we have them running around the houses or like some pins area.
Yeah.
People are like, when I describe how you cook it and prepare it, they look at me like you guys are crazy. I'm like, you literally pick one up, grab it by the neck, and just wrench it.
Yeah,
snap his neck.
Shit.
They'll cut the sides open, they'll take out the insides, and then after that, Well, first you have to like hot water, boil off the hair, take that off, cut the open, take the intestines out, and you stuff it with some seasoning, something.
You leave everything else in?
No, you take out some of the guts. You use the guts that you want.
So you take out the intestines and everything from the stomach area?
Yeah, everything.
Okay, so like the stomach, the liver, all that's gone?
Yeah, all that's gone.
Okay.
Right, so then they put stuffing in it, then they sew it back up and cook it that way.
Sounds like a lot of work for something so small. Like that damn thing probably shrivels up.
But think about it.
Looks like a potato.
Like that big. Guinea pigs are big.
Oh yeah, y'all eat the big ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, some fucks.
Got that gooey.
I can't believe you.
It's weird now because you know I'm vegetarian now, so I've been vegetarian for like what I think 5 months now.
You're one of those.
So yeah,
that's all right.
I had to stop eating that meat, man. A lot of different reasons, not just because I want to be cool, or whatever, but just because one of my friends, he's older than me. One of my best friends, it's weird because he used to eat a lot of all that shit and everything like that, and then we got into like his 30s. He's like 35 now. It fucked him all up. Like he got allergic to a lot of shit, even like healthy shit, even like some fruits he can't even eat because his stomach got fucked up so much.
Autoimmune, right?
Something like that. Yeah, something like that. And so it was like, I just watching him, and then I'm a Rasta too, so it's like, at the end of the day, like listening to a lot of different Rastas, their perspectives about eating meat and stuff like that, just kind of like, I was like, damn, it's kind of true, man. And I just kind of feel different in the way my body feels, just like, from eating meat and eating veggies all the time, or how I used to eat meat all the time.
So, like, you study Rastafari?
Yeah.
So what is your belief in Rastafari?
I definitely believe that Haile Selassie, because the whole thing is Haile Selassie is supposed to be the second coming of Jesus or whatnot. So I definitely believe that he might be the second coming of Jesus, but I just kind of do my own thing.
You just like mostly the practice of the principles?
Yeah, it's mostly the practice of the principles and whatnot. Obviously, and smoke the marijuana.
Ganja is part of the process,
exactly.
Man. It's part of the process. You need to get closer to Jesus. You got to get closer to God. Ganja keeps you there, whatever.
But that's why I keep the locks. Mostly it's just like just commitment. The Bible says not supposed to cut your hair or whatnot. So a lot of different things.
Fuck that up.
There's a lot of things in the Bible that we're not supposed to do that we do like daily, and we don't even know it. Like even the clothes you're wearing right now.
Yeah,
we can't even.
I got kind, homeboy.
Oh, do you? Oh, I see that. Okay.
But no, you're not supposed to mix fabrics, things like that. So yeah,
I'm supposed to be naked. That's what he wants me to be. He wants me to be naked. And I'm trying to bring that back, but apparently in New Jersey you can't be a person walking around naked.
That's not true.
I'm not saying I got a few tickets, but
Garrison Beach, you can go.
I know, but that's kind of like that's a full nude?
Yeah.
Garrison Beach?
Yeah.
I think who goes to like the full nude beaches is the people who don't want to be naked. Like the people you don't want to see naked.
Yeah, people you don't want to see.
Yeah, the ones that look like, when you rub lotion on them, it sounds like mayo. It's like you're playing in mayo.
That's fine by me.
It's just all down their body. That's so gross.
You look like a sack of mashed potatoes.
Definitely a sack of mashed potatoes. The belly's right over the penis. Like you don't really get the he don't got a piece. You're not sure if he got a piece because his belly's just too far down.
It's like just the flap.
Yeah, it's just the flap over. Like the tire just been flat for a few years, and he don't even want to work on it. He's on the beach. He won't even do a couple laps, maybe. Whatever. Yeah. Just like, oh, look at my sexiness, and they always like cocked out, like they're enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, they always just arch their back too far.
Shit. With the Superman
hips are out.
I'm not do some extra shit.
I'm not hating on their confidence.
They got the Captain Morgan stand on their cooler.
Just do something, just do something that we don't have to deal with all of that. Mm-hmm. Most of the time, people who got good bodies don't really want to be showing their dicks. Why is that? I show mine. I don't give a fuck.
I don't know.
It's so weird. Like, the better your body, the less likely you're gonna take off your underwears.
I don't know. Maybe
the worse your body looks, the more likely you're gonna be on the Captain Morgan stance on the
beach. If you think about it, maybe people with the worst bodies feel more comfortable with themselves.
Damn, maybe that's
what they're trying to feel like.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
You see? Because this is the way I feel.
Maybe
right?
the muscle gaining thing is an insecurity.
I'll tell you right now, like I do enjoy going to the gym, but you'll never see me a day when I get fully ripped. That's probably a lie. No God for Roy. But no, what happens is, if you really think about it, gaining muscles and bodybuilding is actually very gay. Because there gets to a point where you no longer are gaining muscle for women. It's to improve your guy friends.
Nah,
It's like, hey, you know what? I grew my biceps a couple more inches. And you're telling that to another guy.
But you know what? I don't really have friends that I go to the gym with. So I'm really just trying to impress me. So it's more of a masturbation type of thing than me trying to really impress other dudes.
You do look like a guy who uses... You have that long-ass mirror, too. He does a side stance.
Oh, you know it.
I've been thinking about... what's that one Christian Bale movie? American Psycho.
That's my
where he was like fucking that chick, and he was like in the mirror. He was just like,
"Oh, I've done that."
Yo, yeah, I know.
Definitely done that. Definitely done that. You catch a glimpse of yourself. Oh shit!
So fuck me too, that nigga.
Just flexing hard as fuck in the mirror. Hopefully she don't turn around and see you.
Yeah.
Hey, turn around. Keep that way.
That's when you put the foot on the face.
What type of shit are you into?
We talked about it already.
You got Timberland boots on?
Yeah.
I believe that. It's terrible. You a terrible person.
What do you mean?
Bust nuts and put boots on faces. That's crazy.
They like it.
Know. So, yeah, some girls might like that shit.
They do. It's terrible. What's gonna happen when women, the women who are into being strong-armed during sexual play, now that we have this feminist movement? You
the
want to say
feminazi?
I feel
no. Okay, since we have this, we're in this zone where we have to ask permission for everything. It used to be, you used to be able to just like. Sorry, I felt like I had something in the face. It used to be like.
This is what you do. I got to fix it. I have the solution right now.
Fix it for me
I got
real
it real quick.
For me,
right? We all have cell phones. All you have to do is have them sign a signature and click a box that says.
I was thinking about that.
Really good idea, actually.
I was thinking about that.
Nobody reads the terms and services.
Just
there you go.
Put the waiver on your phone, right? And have them do a fingerprint. They don't even have to do a full sign.
Fuck that.
Nah, if they put their fingerprint on that.
This title, consent of sex. Put underneath. You are consenting to have sex with me. Blah, 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 right? Now. You have a box for them to check out for terms and services.
Oh, so I know.
Nobody reads terms and services. They're going to check it. Yes.
Yeah,
they try to get back at you. Like, regret sex. The morning after regret sex, people want to consider that as rape. They use that as an argument in college, even though they were texting back and forth one another. With this agreement in the terms and services is if you're unhappy with the services, too bad. It went through. We both agreed.
The transaction's been finished. No refunds.
So let's just pretend we didn't try to rape people.
Now, if they
hold on, real quick. So we just pretend, right? And the feelings were mutual, right? Let's just say Killakwabo, he hung behind her and he was singing that bumper grind song in her ear, just slow grinding on her, right? And she was like, yes, and right. Now, what do you do then? Because you both were fucked up.
What do you mean?
Like, what if we're both drunk?
Always have a mic on.
Now I gotta go around recording my. See, I'm married. I don't gotta worry about that.
I mean, we might have to get to that point though.
Yeah, bro.
We might have to get to that point.
I gotta get to that point.
Seriously, like I had a friend who's dealing with something like that, like where, like how you're talking about, like he's like in a relationship with a girl and they're going through problems, and now she like wants to talk about like, oh, he's like trying to rape him, something like that, and he's actually going places. Like he's like in college or whatnot, and his what's it called, fraternity or whatever. He's like the head of his fraternity or whatever, like that. But she wants to like, you know, cry rape and stuff like that and everything like that. And nowadays it's kind of like we're in the whole Me Too movement and everything like that. I want to say like feminism, but it's whole Me Too movement where you're now things are coming out.
But
things
here's
in the background coming out.
Things are a little touchy about this because it's a little difficult to navigate this because we a country that believes that we should be people who believe victims, right?
Mm-hmm.
We should believe the victim. That's what we want, right?
Yeah.
We want to believe the victim, but not all people are honest.
Yeah.
And some people makes accusations through like just being unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so like we all know somebody who probably got called a rapist who really didn't rape, and we was probably there and was like, y'all definitely both consented.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely watch it. But we all know somebody like that, right? More or less. But
oh, you know who also did something like that? It was a stripper with a football team. She's saying that she was raped, but they have video recording of her enjoying herself during this session. So she couldn't go to court for it.
yeah.
So in other words, solution to our problem is just record every sex session.
True.
But then
That's it.
that becomes an invasion of privacy
But it's also
in the contract.
in the contract, of course, and
You'll have video proof.
it's also just in case. It's a security purposes. Nobody's gonna watch it, except for your homeboys who come over.
Right.
You can't post it online.
Nah, no post online. You get in trouble for that.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you just keep it on the hard drive. Something happens, you go back to the day, be like, boom, this is
This goes
Exactly.
viral. if
here.
try
Here
to
you
sue
go,
me.
judge. This is for your eyes only. And the courtroom, all my boys are sitting in the back.
Well, they holding up my identification in the background.
Yeah.
They're doing this.
They're holding yours,
Right.
hers.
Yours, hers. The paperwork.
You know what? For now on, during every one of these videos, she has a name tag, age, birthday.
You get a phone call. Hello, my name is
Show that-
Killakwabo.
She showed that she signed in. That was great.
Yeah, you see.
Come on, man.
Well, no,
How are we gonna teach our sons like the proper way of like trying to interact with a woman now?
Yeah.
Like, I know, I'm not saying it's not a big deal. I think every father should be telling their son, don't be raping people.
Of course.
Like, what the fuck? Like, what's wrong with
Yeah.
you? Like, you know, but, like, you know, you remember having that convo where, or with the OGs or your dad or whatever, you know, like, yo, some girls like to be grabbed, like their hair grabbed.
Exactly, yeah.
And, you know, and that you could get a party started just from doing that, you know? You know, you can't say that type of stuff no more. You're like, listen here, kid. You go up to her and you say, I would like to have consensual sex with you on a
Can you
mutual
sex,
level.
bro? Can you sex? Can't say sex.
oh,
You
okay.
have to fornication. I want to have the process.
Sex, I mean, intercourse.
May I, may you please allow me to have intercourse with your body?
What part? Now you just offended her.
Oh, hold on.
What if it's a thick chick? You do what? You want to get behind the knee? That's you gotta
Whatever. It's in the contract. Okay. So, are you okay with me touching these area? Can I touch that? Can I touch? Oh, you don't like that touch? Okay, hold on. Let me write that.
Exactly.
Write that down. I got to study. It's gonna. Like, all right. So I'll see you in a few days. Let me get all this down.
Set a schedule.
I'll set the schedule down. You let me know if you're still cool with it.
But now here's a
I'll
problem.
reconfirm.
Here's a problem now. So say you do have all these writings now, and without recording the session,
It's
now
in the
you-
contract. I
Yeah.
got the camera in the corner.
But now-
Got the camera over there.
Now, what if
Videotape.
in the in the video you accidentally do touch the nipple that she doesn't want to be touched? Now you need to be wearing a bodysuit that shows the sensitive touches, like where you're touching. You gotta be careful with that now.
Careful. Gotta be
Then,
careful.
you know what?
You said
This is
you-
where Demolition Man comes in with all that cerebral sex.
We're going. That's where we're going.
I think that's why we
We're
are
going there, yo.
honestly.
We're going to
Yeah.
the point where sex is gonna become outlawed, and we're all gonna put that shit on her
Yeah,
head.
yeah.
And then she's
Straight
gonna,
up.
she's gonna be moaning and shit during. And I'm sitting there
You
like,
know
huh,
it.
what the fuck going on? Stick shit up. 3 seashells. What the fuck happened?
You see?
I don't think I want to fuck with this. I'm so glad I got to do it. Oh man, I'll be so bad. It would be so bad if I had to end up back in that and single. Like, I don't envy none of y'all.
Yeah. Nah, I feel you,
I don't
man.
envy none of you.
It's
at all.
definitely a tough game. I remember one time I was talking to a chick, and I call all women sweetheart at one point or another, and I just called her sweetheart.
Can't do that no more, dogs.
Don't even talk about. Yeah, she was like, "Don't call me sweetheart." I was like, "Damn." I was just calling. I wasn't even saying it just to hit him. I was just saying it, just to be
Can't do
coy
that
with
no
her.
more.
That's your toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
That's your toxic masculinity coming in because you feel safe to call any woman sweetheart because you have the power to change her course of her life.
Oh no, motherfucker! That's from the fucking damn door opening shit I read online.
I don't know
Like
where
you
it
have
came
a
from.
permission by opening the door to her. Apparently, you know how normally some of the older women says, "Oh, chivalry's not dead." And
Oh, I
then
didn't hear this.
yeah, but what happens is now some people are saying by a guy opening the door is allowing the girl to leave because by permission. So now, wait,
I've been doing this my whole life.
Yeah. So now, what I'm saying is maybe I should start running ahead, opening the door, holding it shut. Like, now welcome to equality, and now you got to fight to get out.
Slam that bitch right down and
Right?
be like, walk your own ass.
Yeah.
Walk in like, yo, I'm not holding no doors open. No more. Right before I'm about to go in, I feel her hand keeping the door, I'm going to push her back.
Yeah.
Right. I was like, no.
On this fucking doors. What's
Yeah.
wrong with you? What's wrong with you talking about holding doors? Now, we got to find a way to flip it. How do we flip it? Like, me holding the door for you shows your feminism.
Yeah.
It's too much on display. And you're making me feel very insecure about my masculinity.
But that won't work for the simple fact is you're doing it on your accord, not hers.
Okay.
So now you're doing it by initially doing it. You have now taken the first step, and your toxic masculinity shows.
No matter what, we lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hold the door, you're rude. You don't hold the door, you're rude.
Oh, yeah,
Well, fuck it. We're just going to have to be rude then.
Right? You know what? No more doors.
For real.
no more door. All places are just open. How about that? You just open up the gate. That's it. We
Jay,
just
just
allow
get the
it all
automatic
in.
doors. Just get them automatic
If it's
doors.
freezing, oh well, it snows inside. That's what matters. That's hilarious.
Nah.
So how would you? No, I don't want to ask you. Because you'll be
Go
like,
ahead. Ask me.
how would you approach like if you had to, right? You had to approach a woman. How would you approach a 21st century, straight out of college girl?
Kanye style.
With the hat?
No, like with the giant suit. You're such a fucking hoe. I love it. She agrees. It's not too bad.
Your toxic masculinity is on display again.
What do you mean? I'm telling her what she is, right?
But you feel comfortable telling her that because of your masculine qualities.
But I'm also telling her that I enjoy her promiscuous side.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does matter.
You shouldn't have the power to tell her that.
Yeah, that's cool. You know what? I'm gonna throw a rock at her head. I like you.
Hey.
Yeah.
You're going back to caveman.
Yeah, he's gonna have to.
Walk up to her like, excuse me. Boom. No, can't do that. Can't do that. Bill Cosby fucked that up.
No, yeah, he did fuck
No,
that
he
up.
slipped that with the Mickey. He fucked up with the Mickey.
Man,
Tried to
then the
do
club is
covertly.
just gonna be another Mickey.
What do you mean? Girls like clubbing.
We can't
This
trust.
is our form of clubbing. This
We
is their
can't.
form.
We can't trust men to do it in a safe way. They're gonna club. They're gonna get excited.
Yeah, we will fuck it up some type of
Somehow
how.
they
Even
gonna
if we
fuck it
made it look, even if we made it work.
She
we
got
fuck it up somehow.
concussion. She can't remember yesterday anymore.
So she can't blame me for what's happening then.
Wow.
CT's a motherfucker.
Y'all both rapey today, huh? That's how we starting off the new year. Rapey, huh? That is interesting.
They like it.
Oh no! Apparently they
Yo,
don't.
2019 we were on. 2018 we were all nice to these women. 2019, fuck y'all.
And gloves are off.
Right?
The gloves are off.
Got to keep those gloves on. Though. Get girls pregnant. You know, you hear that. I'm not sure if you know anything about this, but you hear about the applications to colleges are down
I have heard about that.
significantly because people don't want to deal with the college bullshit.
Hell yeah.
Kids don't want to go into the college thing and get
College is not how it used to be. Back when my dad used to go to college, because I remember he used to go to school here. Like, as soon as he got his degree, he was able to get into nursing. He was able to get into everything in his field. Nowadays, when you get a college degree, you either got to go back to school, or if you're not a doctor or anything like that, you're out of luck. You got to go back to McDonald's. You got to do something.
Well, you know
else.
they're
Like,
saying doctors nowadays. By the time kids who are going into college now and finish get their doctorate, their PhDs, and everything, everything's gonna be automated.
Yeah.
All the surgery is gonna be automated. You don't need
It's
actual
gonna get
doctors.
to a point where it's not gonna be doctors. It's gonna be engineers running surgeries.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That's crazy. Interesting, yeah. That's pretty interesting. Engineer running the
But
surgery.
what is always needed, tradesmen.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Skilled workers.
a lot of kids are going into trades instead of going, which is what we need
Yeah,
in America. But I agree with it. I should like I said it before. It's like college isn't needed unless you're gonna do something big.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
It's mostly like people just keep collecting debt.
Just
now.
collecting, just making. Yo, every time I pass Sally Mae, this is not a threat. This is not a threat. Every time I pass that Sally Mae building, when I used to do those trips coming up the East Coast,
yeah,
I would just wish I had a rocket launcher. But I'm not in debt, so no, I'm paid off my school. But yo, dude, every time I used to go up and down the highway and I used to see that Sally Mae building, I'm like,
it's like, God damn it.
Just wish I would have.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I just stopped going to school. I was like, I'm not paying all this bullshit just for some books where I could buy them. I'm like, get them in the library for free, read them, or buy them myself. I can learn it myself. Why the fuck am I paying all this thousands of dollars?
I was reading the statistics that said that if you read 3 books about the same subject, you know more about that subject than most people.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
I was like, I'm just gonna get 3 of everything. But that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Also, books tend not to be factual either.
Not all of them, no.
Yeah, no.
Especially in history, like what pisses me off is they took out the Trail of Tears in history books.
Yeah,
they did.
Like, what are you
Right?
guys doing? Like, oh, so you're not gonna explain how? Like, there was one storybook that I really recently saw online that shows that the Indians got out of the way for Columbus and his explorers to come to make way to the States. Mind you, Columbus never set foot in America.
Yeah.
Right? But we celebrate Columbus Day.
They just pulled up on a boat and the Indians was like, come on.
Come through.
Come through.
Like, what's it called? If you go back, like, goddamn Eastern world completely decimated the whole Western world's ancient civilizations.
Yeah.
And the only way they ever won was like if you actually interesting, if you watch Johnny Leguizamo's recent special on Netflix, he kind of goes into this. Like in history for Hispanics or even like African, like the heroes of our cultures tend to be the losers of history. For the simple fact, like everyone that you read about is they get killed or decimated by the Eastern society, the European countries, all because of their dirty ass people giving us dirty ass diseases.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Think about it, like when they came over here, gave Native Americans blankets, they ended up getting smallpox. I'm like,
they gave him syphilis though.
You see that? Well, that's because Columbus and his dudes were fucking the shit out of them. So you see?
Yeah, they gave him syphilis.
Damn.
Can you imagine being that one Indian? And I had such a hard time believing. They was like, oh yeah, they just let them into the thing. You're a Native American, right? And there was in constant battle all the time with other tribes of Native Americans, right? So, and their population's dying. You'll be scared out your ass. And then all of a sudden on a boat, some people pop up and they are 7 complexions lighter than you, right? First thing I'd have been, what the fuck is this? What is this? It bleeds. It's good. Okay. Y'all want smoke?
Well, that's the thing. They thought that Europeans and Spaniards were gods at one point because they would come in riding a horse. A lot of people.
Same thing with Africans.
A lot of people thought that horses were native to America, but they weren't at all. They were brought over. Same thing with pigeons.
I thought
pigeons
horses. Sorry, cut you off. I thought wild horses was in America.
No, they weren't. They weren't that native. Like Native Americans would not be riding horses. That's misinformation for that point.
I always thought
they were shown afterwards because of the Spaniards that came over. So like and people want to also, this now after defend the European and Spaniards is they didn't decimate the buffalo population. It was actually the Native American once they learned how to ride horses.
Yeah.
They went and they destroyed the
buffalo population.
population.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I didn't know about that.
You just learned some shit. Okay? The council is talking to you. All right, God damn it. All right, but yeah, man. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Fucking giant white dude jumps off a boat. Like, hey, he got
We're
boots
taking
on.
that. We're taking that.
I would have shot a fucking arrow smooth into the temple. It'd have been like, just imagine your population is dying. You're always like constant battle. Somebody just jumped off a boat. What was that? I ain't ask questions.
All right. So the wild horses in 1493 on Columbus' second voyage to the Americas, Spanish horses representing E. Cabales, whatever, were brought back to North America, and first in the Virgin Islands and in 1519. So they weren't native here.
So check this out.
Neither
I already agreed with you.
I know, but it's
So that last part of that information,
Not for you,
didn't
though.
give a fuck.
not for you though.
Okay.
Like
That's
pigeons,
for our
pigeons.
viewers.
Pigeons were a food source first too.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, they were brought over once again.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, no, but hey, also, not a History Channel.
Why? You repeat
Welcome to the history version. Have a history show.
I'm just fucking with you. Right? So, I ain't get to fuck with him for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, so, yeah, I get to bother.
Yeah, because you weren't at the. I remember you weren't at the last.
No, I wasn't. Decided to play hooky.
I'm not coming in today.
I caught him. Like, what excuse could I use? Nah. My nephew was around, so I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
He's in the Navy in Greece right now. So I'm like, yeah, he's here. Let me spend time with him. Motherfucker decides not to show up and hang out with me that day.
Oh, okay.
So I waited for him for no reason. Assholes.
Fuck you, Xavier. But, I know he's probably watching. That was dope. I was listening to this thing about we was talking about the R. Kelly thing. I was listening to this thing about now the kids. Well, 3 of the kids. There's a movie coming out from Sundance, and it's talking about the victims of the Michael Jackson situation.
Really?
But at the same time, these are also the same people who said he never did anything.
Yeah.
And testified that he never did anything. And now they're coming out saying that they were victims. But I mean, they testified as adults.
Right.
Like, we're not talking, they were fully grown adults, frontal lobes and everything good. Okay. As, no, that never happened. But now they want to, I feel like this is
they're trying to ride on the wave.
I feel like it.
That's what, and that's what I was saying earlier about the whole the fake rage and everything. Everybody trying to ride on the wave. Oh, fuck R. Kelly, fuck R. Kelly. Then 3 months later, they're gonna be buying his new music and shit and checking out his show and shit like that. Everybody's trying to ride on some type of wave whenever, something like this happens.
Well, that's why also if it's not in the rape way that the rapey way that R. Kelly did, but in the rage way, that's why Colin Kaepernick made a shit ton of money.
Right, yeah.
Because of everybody buying his stuff just to burn it.
Yeah,
Nike's
true.
like, go ahead, buy the stuff. We're making money off of you anyway.
Exactly.
That's how I feel about Carbon. What's his name?
Colin Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick. All right,
I don't give a damn. I'm gonna burn his shit.
You seen the guy that burned his shoes? Why it was still on his feet?
Yeah.
Dummy.
You gonna be, bro. You gonna be. We need those kind of people in this
We
world.
do.
Yeah, true. Yeah. If
They're
y'all gonna
not-
protest, keep protesting like that.
We don't. They're not allowed to come to the, to the compound.
No,
That's not allowed.
we need them.
No, we don't need them
Yes, we
at the
do.
compound.
Those people are cucks. We need them.
No, because they talk shit outside of being a cuck, and then they want to be a cuck later. They're like,
So what?
I'm sorry,
Let
can you
'em.
please have sex with my wife? I'm like, listen, that cabinet conversation was really fucked up, y'all.
So that's why you do
All
it
right,
even harder.
now today she gets anal. Okay, that's your fault.
Here you go. You see?
Here we go, yo. Killakwabo makes us go to a bad place.
Great start to his new year.
Yeah, but that's
Great
some
first
bullshit.
episode.
Like, how they're coping with being victims of Michael Jackson after you already came out and said no, he wasn't a victim of Michael Jackson. It's fucked up.
They just try to
What version of
make some
Michael?
money.
What version of Michael do you like?
Of course, I like the black Michael.
Right. You're super black guy.
Yeah.
You're super. He's definitely black power.
Oh yeah,
Understand
super.
it?
Yeah, so yeah, I'm like Huey from Boondocks.
Yeah, he's super black power. Super black power. What version of Michael you like? Just the black guy though?
I mean, the white Michael Jackson has some good songs,
You
but
the Nation was alright though.
Word.
but I don't know. I have too many memories with the black one.
Right.
Too many classics.
They don't care about us was a pretty good song too.
Yeah.
Butterflies, that's my shit.
That's
White Michael might have some hits.
I mean, he had hits.
He had hits.
Remember
Like,
the Time was good. Yeah, that shit was that still plays every year.
But did he make Remember the Time before he went white?
Nah, he was white.
He was Latino at the time.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely Ecuadorian or something like that. He was definitely light.
No, he went all shades, bro.
He went all shades too. Then he fixed that nose, and then he went into a zombie.
Yeah,
and I was like, who the hell is that guy? That guy. What version of Michael he was into? Yeah,
I would say, it'd be White Michael.
You
Smooth
like
Criminal, bro.
You like?
Oh yeah, Smooth Criminal. Yeah,
but he had hits. But it was, man.
Yo, you know what it is though? Think about it, right? Black Michael, he gave you the ABCs, tried to teach you, right?
Mm-hmm.
White Michael, he actually thought about Annie. He was asking if she okay. Come on, bro.
Was she okay though?
Yeah, that's the one question we'll never know.
Never knew if Annie was ever okay. It's fucked up. Somebody find that out for us.
Yeah.
Can you find out if Andy's okay? Okay, yo, Smooth Criminal was my shit.
Smooth Criminal was that shit.
I tried to do that lean so many times.
Yo, sweat me every time, bro.
Smack my face on the floor. Bam.
How the fuck did they do that?
That is insane. What else you got? You got going on with you, Mr. Killakwabo?
Pretty much, man. Besides that, music. You know, I definitely do music.
Yeah, you still out there humming new songs.
I still do hip hop. Shout out to my teacher back in high school. He was like, "You still do hip hop, brothers?" He's probably not even watching this, but I just remember that shit. But yeah, I just doing music. I got music all over. So if you just Google Killakwabo, KILLAKWABO. I'm not trying to. I'm not saying that to be.
Dude, it's okay. It's fine.
Like,
promote.
But like, I'm just saying that because it's like easier than me. Like Killakwabo on Instagram and You can just Google it and then you just find all my stuff. Like I got stuff on SoundCloud, on Bandcamp. I actually have a show next weekend in Charlotte, North Carolina. For my boy, his name is Witty. He just dropped. He had an album release. So he's having an album release party. So I'm performing for that, and then just planning to drop some new music pretty soon. Drop some EPs, drop some tracks and some videos.
Okay. How many? How many? What's the process? Like, you know, when you're making music and you're like writing or whatever, do you write?
Yeah, I write.
All right. So like, how do you know what needs to go into a track? What I should just throw out? Like, what's the process behind all that?
Pretty much like when you're trying to make a track, first of all, it depends on like what beat you have, like how you feel about the beat and how your writing style is. Just figure out what you're trying to convey on the beat, because some beats, you know, you can feel like, oh, I want to talk about love, or you can feel like, oh, I'm just talking about drugs or some shit like that. So you gotta think about that, and then, you know, just write how you feel. Well, write your own, like, your way. You know, most people nowadays rap like the Migos, so they'll write like that or whatever. But you just figure out how to do that, and once you know, write how you feel and write what you think and everything like that, and once you get to the recording process, honestly, that's like, I think that's the hardest work besides writing, because you got to make, especially if you're paying for time too, you got to make sure you're on point. You got to make sure that you get it down, because like doing it all over, like sometimes you'll mess up a word and be like, let me start all over again, and doing that over, that shit gets annoying, especially with the engineer as well, because they got to keep going back and doing all this and stuff like that. So like with that, like that's like the hardest part, or not the hardest part, but like the most working part, I guess, where you have to work.
So you feel like you got the most work in.
Yeah,
most work in. Wow. I was listening to like Tech Nine. I like how he does his thing. He listens to the beat and he tries to flow with the beat. It's weird now where I hear all these musicians, and they, like you said, they do sound like Migos.
Yeah.
Like, I think the Migos should sound like Migos, but at the same time, we do tell people to imitate greatness, right? So Migos got on, why they can't get on by doing the same thing they're doing, right? Can't be mad at them for that.
That's true. But I mean,
at the same time, it just kills the music.
Yeah, I feel like it oversaturates it. It makes me think of One Piece, like how everybody wants to be a pirate. So it oversaturates the whole idea of being a pirate. It's not exclusive to like the best people. Are just like, oh, I'm a pirate. I'm gonna go get a boat.
Oh, you guys don't know what One Piece is. It's an anime.
Yeah.
Animation, Japanese.
I'll be honest.
And they got like
Never watched it.
Never watched it.
It got like
I-
7,000 episodes.
Like,
It's very long.
I've watched Naruto, Bleach, DBZ, of course,
Oh, yeah.
Dragon Ball. Got to bring
Classic.
that back. Like even now, like they started a sumo one, Hinamaru Zumo. I watched.
Yeah.
There's S Cried. I don't know if you.
I love S Cried. That's a classic.
You should get them on your anime podcast.
Yeah,
what's it called? So I've watched and read some of these. Like also, what's it? Shingeki no Kyojin, or as people know now, Attack of Titan. And I watched these. Never gave a shot to One Piece. Always told watch it, give it a shot.
I was always told to don't do it. Listen to me. Don't do it.
If you have the time, then I say do it. It's really good. I love One Piece, and it's even good till now.
Have the time?
Yeah, it's
do
really
you understand me? It's almost 1,000 episodes,
and it's not even slowing down.
I'll be done with that in 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Oh, you go ahead. Okay, then. Go ahead.
Because even then, like I read the mangas as well. Like another one I watch is or read is the volleyball one. They actually have the anime for it. Hakuyo, I think it's called.
Oh yeah.
I like that one. Slam Dunk, I've
really
read and
watching
watched.
Volleyball,
bro.
cartoons?
When you actually like, the reason why I read it and watch it is because like at first I thought volleyball wasn't that interesting, but then when you have you learn about the different position, like the mid striker, the libero, and like you're like, oh shit, these people, and you're actually then watch real life people play volleyball, and you're like, all right, these motherfuckers know this.
No, I don't watch real life people play volleyball. Only real life people I've watched playing volleyball are beautiful Spanish women who decide that they think it's a sport and they wear those really tight shorts. And every time they jump, if something jiggles, I go, yes.
But even then, all right, fine. We'll go into what you like, Baki no grappler. Baki grappler.
Yes, sir.
Right away. You realize, like, some of the
my
things.
childhood.
Some of the things you watched them. And there's actually, they came out with the 4th series in the manga.
Yes, sir.
Have you guys seen the new anime? The one for Netflix? Baki?
Yeah, I've seen part of them.
The finished. Okay. Fuck you talking about? Before I even hit Netflix, I was already streaming looking at it.
What is that? I think
my
like
bad,
Baki
Netflix.
Dao, something like that.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Finished.
Yeah. But then you realize some of the martial arts doesn't work in it, and then when you're like, oh shit, they did like Attack on Titan. They actually use X guard, they pull guard, they have they use the arm bar. He got hit in the head with a Muay Thai kick. You see that?
Yeah.
The way
works, like
the way I want my anime. I'm sorry for people like, oh, you talking about anime. The way I want my characters to fight should be realistic-ish. Okay, so I need when Baki jumps up in the sky and there's like sparkles and shit, and he wraps a triangle around your neck with no fucking setup. He just in his triangles, and then his leg is behind you. I'm like, oh, he is dead. So I know, like,
you've seen someone in a grappling competition do something like that.
But it's not. But it's still set up. You got to grab the wrist. You pull up. Like sometimes they got to grab the wrist. They gotta like, you know, the dude be all the way across the street. He snapping the fucking triangle. I'm like, what? That is dope, yo. That is dope. I be dreaming about doing shit like that. I can't do it.
I mean, that's why I like in Naruto. I like Rock Lee.
Oh yeah.
My favorite fight was Rock Lee and
was it Kimimaru?
Yes.
Yeah.
Kimimaru, and then when Gaara came in with it, best fight scenes out there. Like, give me that drunken style. Like, take your medicine and accidentally, like in
Remember when old karate things? Sorry to cut you off. You remember old karate? You used to think that old kung fu flicks used to think like drunken master and shit would work.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. You know, my appreciation for like MMA is that we get to see what works. Right? That drunken master shit. I look
Jackie
back,
Chan the chance, bro.
No, Jackie Chan gonna get this work. You understand?
Now, if I bet you the next one, I'll say you like, yeah, that does.
What?
Ip Man.
Wing Chun?
Wing Chun?
Yeah.
Well, it depends. Right?
I think it works in the streets.
No.
I mean, like if you get into like a street, like you like somebody likes
the movement of their hands works. Right? Yeah. Like you definitely could use the block. You could definitely use the punches if you're fast enough to throw those type of punches.
Right.
But you go against a grappler, all that's out the window.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Right?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So if I'm Wing Chun and he knows freaking wrestling, he shoot for a double. It's over.
But Wing Chun has that right kick that just comes up right to the jaw,
that's
true.
That's cool. Bring that right kick up when I'm shooting for my goddamn takedown. You be alright. Bring that right kick. Even let's just say it's strong enough to somehow stop me. Like, well, you think another double ain't coming behind that? You better be throwing that so fast, so many times. And even if that was the case, I know a lot of other skills.
Yeah.
Right. So fuck the double. I take the leg away from you. All right. I break that knee.
I like to say it just depends on the practitioner, man. I feel like because I feel like there'll be a lot of times where I've seen a lot of videos where a lot of times Wing Chun doesn't work, and I've seen videos where a lot of times Wing Chun does work.
Most of the time,
it'd be like the fighter who does it.
But we're living in a society now where everybody knows something now.
Yeah,
like it's hard that listen. My kid knows how to box.
Yeah,
right? Let me honest with you. So everybody knows something. Like it's gonna be a little difficult,
right? No,
for Wing Chun master to face off a complete fight.
Right.
If that's the case, Jeet Kune Do.
Jeet Kune Do?
Yeah, which is Bruce Lee's art.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what about with that?
Well, I feel that's the original MMA.
Yeah.
Jeet Kune Do is the original MMA because the whole philosophy behind it is to mix martial arts together.
Yeah.
But once.
Well, then also Krav Maga also has that.
Krav Maga is okay.
It's the Iranian.
Let me be chill. Krav Maga is the Iranian thing, but it's a more
Israel, not Iran.
Well, whatever. Sorry, excuse me. But is Israeli, right?
Yeah.
So they take the technique, and it's more of a steel. Like you don't know what really is Krav Maga. Like Krav Maga don't really have a base martial art.
Neither does Jeet Kune Do. It has everything.
Jeet Kune Do originally came from Wushu.
And Wing Chun and other things. So it incorporated everything. Same thing with Krav Maga.
But there's a base. But Krav Maga was just like someone walked into a room was like, we're going to learn how to fuck people up.
Yeah. So the base was street fighting. Let's go with it.
It was technically then everybody bases Krav Maga.
Exactly.
You don't have to know anything then.
Yeah,
you just know they were just like, listen, we need to know how to stab and kill people and fuck them
gouge your eyes out.
And gouge your eyes out. Grab them by the balls.
Yeah.
Dad, do you ever see? I see Fuck yeah. Krav Maga was fucked up.
What was it, next Friday? Mike Epps?
It's definitely a Krav Maga move. All right, they'll gouge your eyes out. They'll be like, oh, what you want to do? This technique is easy. You're gonna grab a stick and slap it. Like,
I used to spar my friend. He did my Krav Maga. He used to tell me all that shit. Yeah, so you gotta grab somebody, grab them by the balls or some shit like that. Do some crazy shit. I'm like, damn, y'all really do that?
They be trying to murk you.
They try to end the fight as quick as possible.
Yeah, they want to maim and kill you. But their army, the people who actually learn that, when they learn from somebody who's really good. And they're not bad at all. I mean, it's just. I mean, when the last time you heard a Krav Maga MMA fighter?
That's because he'll kill you.
Yeah,
boom, you can't.
Or you probably can't even use a lot of his moves.
So what you're saying is, I'm in the wrong side. I need to go to Krav Maga.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fight to the death.
Fight to the death.
That's where your gladiator finish would come in.
Exactly. Full circle. You like that, right? So come back to the gladiator fantasy.
You see? It'll work.
Death by fucking spear.
How did he die? He was in Krav Maga class.
He was in Krav Maga. He just said, "Fuck it."
He went after everybody.
Just gonna jump in the Coliseum and fight everybody.
You see?
He walked out of there, finisher until they put out the lions.
I think you chose the gladiator like that just because you want to scream out, "Are you not entertained?"
Fucking exactly. All right, you're not. I hope that wasn't a secret. All right, that was my movie. Did you not see Gladiator movie?
Yeah. Are you not entertained?
I'm not gonna lie, kind of like Troy more than Gladiator.
Troy was good too. I love Troy.
Good too.
Troy was great. I really liked Troy, but something about Gladiator, I think it was the family thing. Like he was just like he was this important person, and he just couldn't deal with the fact of his loss of his family, so he went into slavery.
Yeah,
like you chose it. I ain't getting no. My family get no choices.
He didn't get no choice in this shit. And you chose that shit?
Chose this shit?
All right. You white people.
See what happened and what's going to happen here. Are you not entertained? This is not why you're here.
Nah, yeah.
And they had that accent. This is not why you're here. I was like, yes.
Was it Russell Crowe, right?
Yeah, Russell Crowe. Yeah.
That was a really good
All right,
movie.
if they had to remake Gladiator and Troy today,
I want them to make a sandwich out of them.
Who would? No, two different movies.
Okay.
Right? Who would be their characters? Who you think would be able to?
Who would play them?
Yeah.
Damn.
I think. Okay, hold on. I think one person that'd be up for the role, like Chris Hemsworth, because of his physique, because how he looks. He looks like he could fight in the Gladiator.
I think Scott Adkins.
Scott Adkins. Did you see that little one that he did with Michael J. White? They did a little scene together. It was just a little quick scene they threw together, and they was in like a gladiator arena, and they kind of like did a little quick sparring match or whatever. Yeah, I mean, no, like Scott Adkins would have to like cut that hair. Like he can't be.
No hair.
Yes, he does. He
No,
always got that fluff shit. Oh, I follow him on Instagram. I'll be ODing on him. But he got that little fluffy boyish hair and shit. He would have to go straight up gangster. Like we have to see how he looks with
haircut.
the he definitely Boyka hair.
You see, there you go.
Oh, dude, I'm a Boyka obsessor. Okay, all right. If I get Boyka, I just want Boyka's body. That's what I just want to be able to do those flips, and I want it to work. All right, I want to be able to run, do a drop kick on somebody, and they run.
Gymnastics for that reason.
Yeah.
Working on the twist right now.
I might have to join these classes with you.
You gonna come through New Jersey, the Black Panther New Jersey.
My daughter's going back to gymnastics.
See?
Might have to be a father-daughter thing.
Yeah. Say, Daddy, what you doing? I'm about to get ready.
Bam! Fuck! I fucked that up. All right.
But yeah, like Boyka hairstyle, that'd be set. That's the same type of haircut Russell Crowe had in Gladiator. Shaved on the side, little top part.
No, it's going to have a mohawk. Not in Gladiator. He had a really short bowl cut.
Yeah, he had a short bowl cut.
Yeah, it was really, really short. It was like a Caesar with a bowl cut. Like a Caesar bowl cut.
Show you right now.
Or was it like a fade?
I can't remember.
Can't remember. But
yeah, I mean, I don't know who I would choose, honestly. I don't think. Damn,
Look
I
at
don't know if they could make it.
See, look, yeah, that's like a kind of. It's not a bowl.
The
cut,
only
but
difference is
definitely
it's the same length as Boyka's. He just had the sides shaved. Don't grow out just grow out the sides. Leave the beard in. You
but
see?
Boyka is such an iconic face. He will have to do something with that hair. That hairstyle is Boyka, and then no one's gonna accept Boyka for being in the Gladiator. They're gonna be like, no, that's Boyka. I don't know why
we can't see this.
Yeah, they would have to change
All
something.
right, and then if you're gonna say with Troy, I would say Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth. That's what
Yeah.
works, yeah.
For Troy,
plays,
definitely Chris
he
Hemsworth.
played Achilles, right?
Achilles,
yeah.
yeah. Fuck that.
See?
That's fucked up what they did to him. Fucking Achilles here. Oh no! Stab, motherfucker.
Got fucked up so bad they made a name out of that shit.
Yeah, that was like, yo, we got to name that spot.
Well,
We never even heard of this spot before.
Right? Do you know why it's like that?
Why?
It's because that's where his mom held him right before trying to make him undefeated. Like he held him by the ankles and wasn't able to dip him down there. That's why from there down is where his only human part was. He wasn't the fighter and indestructible the way he was supposed to be.
Right.
Mind you, mom fucked up. Should have tied at his ankles with some rope, dipped him entirely down. Should have been fine.
He's like, damn, they've won so many fights. His ass killed like that on the leg. Oh my god, we gotta give it a name.
That's interesting. Well, nobody dipped me in nothing. It's terrible. Gotta talk to my parents. They didn't see much from me. That's fucked up. I'll be dipped in some cool shit. Nah,
you know what's crazy though? Like talking about like that. When parents predict things that happen later on, like for example, Tyson Fury, he was premature. They thought he wasn't gonna make it, and his father held him and said he's gonna be the world champion of the world one day.
Yeah.
Hence why he got the name Tyson from Mike Tyson. His full name was actually supposed to be, if I'm not mistaken, it should have been Tyson Holyfield Fury.
Oh snap!
But yeah, because and
Tyson
then he's
bit him.
What happened?
Tyson bit that name off.
Yeah, he bit.
He bit the Holyfield name off.
Yeah, no. The father was gonna name him because the Tyson and Holyfield were going to fight, and those were the two best boxers at the time. Now Tyson Fury is over here, was world champion of the world. Years later, after his father had predicted it in his damn little office.
Yeah.
And he's a gypsy. That's so cool. Shout out to the gypsies, yo.
Yeah.
I used to be one of you travelers. I wouldn't be calling myself a gypsy though. That was cool.
I never met a gypsy. That'd be cool to meet, especially a female gypsy. That'd be cool.
Nah,
You just want to meet somebody to fuck.
Yeah, you're right.
You was something else. Rapey. Huh? She was like, I'm coming to shit talk to be rapey.
Just put it out there so no Me Too stuff will pop up later on. Later on again, come out of nowhere.
You know what though? With this Me Too movement, the first time I heard it, you know what I thought about?
What?
I thought about Pharrell's song, Mr. Me Too.
Oh yeah,
Mr. Me Too.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know why. But at first, I'm like, hashtag Me Too. I'm like, they brought the song back?
Yeah, that's my shit.
And I went and read into it. I was like, okay.
He's right at somebody. It's like, yeah, me too. I just had an encounter the other day. I was like, oh yeah, that's my shit too. I love that song.
I just find it really weird that they could say Me Too about something that they didn't like. I don't like that. That's fucked up. That's why we're gonna have a crew of people who. I'm gonna tell you that in a second. We have a crew of people who just gonna be shouting Me Too for anything.
Yeah.
I was hearing baby rates are low.
Baby rape?
Yeah.
Yeah, people scared, man.
Yeah.
People scared, yo.
Well, think about it.
I mean, they should be. I mean, there are a lot of assholes that should be scared. Should be. We should point out those assholes, but don't do it for your own self benefit.
And then nowadays we just have a lot of like preventative stuff. Now we're all taking condoms. We're all using condoms for the most part anyway. And then Plan B and all this other shit. So it's like.
Well, it's not that only. If you think about it, especially with my generation, and then with it, what happens is, you can't afford to have a kid nowadays.
Yeah.
No.
Why? Like, minimum wage was a livable wage at one point.
Right.
Right. And now with inflation, minimum wage didn't go up with that. So you're telling me someone's supposed to be able to live off $8.25 an hour?
Right.
And afford
have 2 kids.
If
rent
there was
$1,000.
for minimum wage, I think they said it. What the hell is that banging?
I don't know.
Right. But if minimum wage was $15 an hour in the state of New Jersey, you would have to work like 100 hours to make it.
I apologize for this, Killakwabo.
No, you good.
The fuck?
They building something.
That's the tiger ready for your gladiator.
I hope so. The tiger better get ready.
Should come out and play.
I've been waiting for you, boy.
What? I think I'd choose that way. To go out warrior style.
Oh yeah.
I want the I want the last picture of me jumping in the air like this. You ever seen that picture on posters and shit? The guy like, oh.
Yeah.
I'll be me. All right.
And then the giant guy with the spear just
the giant guy with the spear up, and I'm over the top of it like this.
What was that?
We talking about my death a little bit too
I
much.
think 10,000 BC with the tiger and
the saber tooth.
Yeah.
No. Jesus Christ.
I don't think anyone can anyone hear. Oh, we'll find out.
Definitely echoing through the microphone.
Sorry guys, they're doing like some construction next door or something.
Okay. All right, people. If you hear any banging in the background, just let you know we will kill them later. So we apologize for that. But I don't know how much more we could deal with that. Let me see. No, we have a few more minutes.
All right.
But anything else coming up, boss?
Shoot. Other than that, I do live streams. So you can check me out at twitch.tv/XSUndergroundZ. So that's XS Underground Z with a Z.
On your live stream, what are you doing?
Pretty much right now I'm playing Kingdom Hearts because the Kingdom Hearts series, the Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out end of this month. So I'm very excited about that. If you're a Kingdom Hearts fan, we waited like 13 years for that motherfucking game. So now it's just.
Oh, you want to talk about games? I'm thinking I haven't played games in maybe 6-7 years on my Xbox or anything like that.
We don't get that.
I am thinking about starting to play Jumpstart because they're coming out with that and with all the anime characters that they have. Like there was some gameplay recently was showing that Goku versus Vegeta. It's always that duelist fight. I love it. But apparently Deku's in it. I don't know if Baki's gonna be in it, but they have One Piece characters. they have Dragon Ball Z. They have Bleach. They have Naruto. I'm like, oh,
they better not put Baki in again.
You know what's funny?
That's
actually,
Hunter x
Hunter. My favorite meme about that recently was you see Goon's father, Gon's father.
Yeah.
He says, "I'm gonna name you after what's gonna happen as soon as you're born."
Yeah.
I'm gone. I was like, that's fucked up.
That's so true though.
Yeah, his father abandoned him as a baby.
He called him Gone?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
called
I
his
don't
name.
remember this part. That's hilarious.
Yeah, his name's Gon, and his best friend's Killawa.
Yeah, Killakwabo.
I think the
Oh,
I
I
think the
remember
Killawa
that.
arc was my favorite out of that
Oh,
show.
yeah?
By the way,
That's funny
yeah,
as
with
hell.
when right after Gon was about to die.
Yeah.
Right after the Chimchurian.
It was like they were trying to get the new president for the Hunter Association, something like that, right? Chairman, something
So
like
what
that. Right?
happens is in the Chimchurian and arc, Gon literally sacrificed his lifespan
Right.
to get revenge on one of them.
Right.
Motherfucker. So what happens is from there, Gon sacrifices him. He defeats this one Chimchurian royal guard.
Mm-hmm.
He's about to die. Killawa then brings him to his sister, who grants any wish he wants.
Right. Yeah.
But I think after every time she grants a wish, someone's supposed to die.
Yeah.
But he's the only one that never happens to it.
Mm-hmm.
So the first time what happened was he granted he asked the wish, and she like, oh, what you have to do for me is die. She pretends to have a gun and blast, and you see his head disappear.
Yeah.
I thought he died. Luckily he did it. So
Somebody almost died and the head disappeared. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Anyway,
you know what I'm gonna say right now? Baki didn't deserve to be this father.
watch your mouth.
Yeah.
No, his father was being nice to him.
Watch your mouth. He didn't beat him.
I have to finish watching that. I the last episode I saw.
Did you see the originals?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I saw the originals. Yeah, I saw the originals.
Okay, let's make sure.
And I read a little bit in the manga, but the last episode I saw was when that one guy Doyle was fighting that Unchained guy, the black dude. It was I think his name was Doyle. He had the razor blades like in his arms and shit.
Oh yeah, you're a few
Yeah.
episodes back.
Yeah, and he fought the black guy. I can't remember his name. What was his name?
Nah, they put a black guy in there that's undefeatable.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
No. Doyle didn't fight him yet. No, Doyle didn't fight him. You talk about when he fought the Spanish, dark Spanish dude. I mean,
that's what I'm talking
whatever,
about.
Whatever,
Yeah,
dark Asian dude, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, I know we'll talk about that. All right, guys, we here.
You know what? For Baki, my favorite arc was the arc with what's his name? Samurai guy. Musashi. Is it Musashi? They brought him back.
No.
Really?
Yeah. The who's that famous fucking swordsman?
Masashi.
Yeah.
Musashi, yeah.
I would say that would be my favorite arc because he also came back and fought the caveman.
Musashi. You ever heard of the Book of the Five Rings? You ever read that?
No, not yet.
It's really good. You should check it out. Let me know what your
I have.
Let me know
but
what your
then I was
thoughts
like,
is
you know
about the whole
what?
thing.
Every time I open up a book, like for my daughter, when I ever read her a story time, the moment the book gets in my hand, I start yawning.
Oh, right, dude, it never fails with me, yo.
So what happens is like 2 pages in, I yawn again. She like covers my mouth. Like stop. I'm like I'm trying.
Dude, I can't. I stopped reading books. I stopped reading them to my daughter because of that. I get home like she's like, all right, daddy, read this. I'm like, all right, cool. I mean, I fell
Fucking
asleep.
yawning thinking about it.
I've been falling asleep on her while reading the book. I was just like, yeah, so such and such.
Like, Daddy?
Daddy, you fell asleep. Oh, not daddy.
So no, back there.
Got the spit.
Yeah.
Hey, there's times where my daughter's asking me to read. I'm like, all right, I'll read. And then next time she asks my wife, and she's like, yeah, daddy yawns too much. I was like, you're 4 years old. Stop telling her what I do.
Did you You ain't got nobody knocked up, huh?
Nah, I ain't got no children.
Nobody.
Yet.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm
Over there in
pretty
Ghana.
I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure in Ghana too. You
Yeah, I'm
nobody
pretty sure.
knocked up? 'Cause
I mean, if I am, hit me up. But I know.
Don't hit him up.
I mean, I want to take care of my child, but I don't want to be like just have a child that's out there and not knowing who the daddy is. And I'm
That's
sitting here
like
like,
my dad.
Oh, yeah.
He sprinkled seeds around. I don't know about. He probably doesn't either.
That's such a fear that someone pops up and they're like, you're my dad. I'm like, fuck.
As far as I know, so far, my father has 7 kids,
really?
and that might not even be the end.
No. My dad had somewhere 8 and 9.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know where the rest of the kids are. I think they are.
Even wanna know.
Yeah.
Because at this point, they were all been older than me, and they never reached out to your boy.
Well, I don't know. Like, think about it. If now, if you've seen the Delivery Man, all right, with Vince Vaughn, I believe it was. If the kids are like famous basketball players, famous MMA fighters,
what am I? I'm not gonna. I don't care. That got nothing to do with me.
You get in with that camp, bro.
I ain't nothing to do with it. If they want to let me in, that's cool. But that got nothing to do with me. Like, if they was famous for some reason, okay, I don't care. I ain't get famous.
What if you met them all of a sudden you can be?
So famous through association?
No, they give you the entryway.
I'm not really sure how much I would really want to be famous. Like that, because I'm very private. Like being famous would like just get like I could never like. Even if I had the talent that you have to like do music and I don't know if I will really want to pursue it because I don't like that much attention.
Yeah.
Like I like the attention for doing this, but I don't like attention personally.
Right.
Like, they get way too much personal attention.
Yeah, it's weird because I remember like I've had people like just recognize me from my shows and stuff like that, and people like, "Yo, you're Killakwabo." I'm like, "Yeah." How the fuck do they know? Like you don't ever think about it, and it's like weird because like now people like recognize me stuff I do from like.
It's not that the recognition, being recognized is cool. We have people recognize us from the shit talkers, but we don't. It's the point of like now they're invading your personal space.
You know what?
Like,
I can tell you exactly what it is right
so
now.
Weird.
Right here, we're kind of introverted.
Very.
Right next to each other. We're cool. We're outgoing right here. We step out that door, someone says hi, we're like, hi. Walk away.
I turn into that weird kid. Though.
I'm like, if you catch me being an extrovert with my friends and then you join in, cool, I'll continue being an extrovert.
Right.
But if I just you just come up to me, I'm like,
some stupid will pop out of my mouth.
Yeah.
So I ate cereal yesterday. Like, what? What are you talking about cereal? I don't know.
No, I guess I get it because like I remember I met Todd the Creator when I was in L.A. and I just ran up to him and he was like, because he was like doing groceries or whatever. I just ran up to him. I was like, "Yo, you Todd the Creator?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Can I take a picture?" He was like, "I don't do that." I was like, and he just walked away. I was like, I'm not mad at that. I get it. I mean, I get it because you don't want to be bothered all the time. Like I'm pretty much invading his privacy because he wasn't like at no show or nothing like that. Right. He was just getting groceries and just coming back home. I just came up. Some random dude just came up to him.
I still want that picture though.
Yeah.
At the same time, as a fan, you'd be like, I still want that fucking picture.
You know what sucks? Maybe because it's not my field for music. Like I've seen musicians out in public, and I'm like, I don't care for them.
Right.
But met Joe Rogan, your boy was stuttering like a motherfucker.
I ain't gonna front with you. I probably stuttered too. I'm like, listen, please.
I've even met MMA fighters like Uriah Hall. Oh, not Uriah Hall. Uriah Faber. I met Alistair Overeem. I met these other fighters. I even met Bruce Buffer. Never stuttered for any of them except for Joe Rogan.
I met Bruce Buffer. I ain't stutter. He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But somebody I probably like admire. I don't know. I'm not that. It's hard for me to admire anybody.
If you met Michael J. White,
you shit in your pants.
No, first thing I'm gonna say is I'm gonna walk up to him like, "You're my father." He's like, "What, Daddy?"
My brother actually met him.
You're gonna come with the DNA test. Like, can I get a swab? Send it in.
I'm gonna fake it. I'm gonna put my own DNA back in and shit. And they're like, "You are 100% his child." I told you.
You're gonna come through like Ubaki trying to fight his ass. Gonna fight you, father.
What's up? I think it's about that time.
I can't see that.
Yeah, it's definitely about that time. Hey, what? Nah, you don't want to give me nothing. Sometimes they hit me with the app like, "Oh, we got this special." I'm like, "Oh, what?" Nah, they ain't gonna. Dude, tell us. Sorry. Wow. First time this year. Tell us what you got going on, how they can check you out, and we're gonna start closing the show.
All right. Like I said, if you are in North Carolina, Charlotte, come check me out. January 19th, doors open at 7 o'clock over at Skylark nightclub over in Central. So if you're in Charlotte, North Carolina, make sure you come check that. My boy Wiz having the album release party. You check that. You can find me on all your social media platforms: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram as Killakwabo, spelled Killakwabo. Check out my music SoundCloud, Killakwabo, and diamondclub.bandcamp.com for my Bandcamp.
For your Bandcamp.
Yep.
Yeah, there's one time in
Oh,
Bandcamp.
Yeah. One time in Bandcamp.
I hope you didn't stick no flute. Guys, thank you for rocking with us all 2018. I'm glad you're back with us in 2019. We got some cool stuff coming up. We've got a lot of people. We're booked all the way into February.
Damn.
Well, the first week we're also booked February.
Yeah, we're the second week too.
Second week is look at
Yeah,
that.
we're booked on the second week. That's
Awesome.
February too.
Oh, real quick before we get off, I gotta do this live. When the hell are we getting our sensei in here?
Here's the okay. This is what I told him. This is what I told him because I do want to bring him, but I'm nervous
For what?
because he's like a dad to me. So I don't want him to say nothing to get in trouble.
He's not gonna get in trouble. He's retired. He has his own business. Come on, we got it.
We'll set something out. We're close. Listen, I'm not gonna conduct all that questions.
We'll do it. We'll let it free for him.
All right. I'll talk to him. If he watches sometimes. So shout out to Professor Dennis Malone. Shout out to Rising Sun for letting us do our thing. Shout out to X's Energy for rocking with us, and we got some special things hopefully coming up with them too. We got to work out the logistics, of course. Right. But shout out to Marv, everybody on the ones and twos.
Word.
Shout out to me and Jack. You know what I'm saying? Cause we hung it. Give me 5. Fuck this.
The real shit talkers.
As always, too, brought to you by Bravery Studios, bro. Can't
Bravery
forget about
Studios.
it. Always had us through 2018, 2019. We're coming in strong.
Coming in hot, B. Hot, yo. Stay with us. Keep following Instagram, Twitter. We're setting up the Facebook.
Gotcha.
And Spotify, all that good stuff is TRST for the audio. We out.